Howdy, everyone. Hello.
Welcome to
Y'all have to let me know how the audio levels are if I need to switch anything around. But hello!
I will be slightly more quiet because I'm further away from the mic because I am also doing drawing.
Yes.
But digitally this time.
We are all drawing today, so
yeah,
that should be fun.
We've got all four of us here, so obviously me, Tennille, and Audrey Water, and Teef, Captain Morwin, and Avalon Roslyn. And we're going to be, it is the 13th anniversary
of the first post of the StarClan Battles fanfiction forums ever. So StarClan Battles was born in all of its concepts 13 years ago.
Oh my god.
And as a disclaimer, because we must, if you comment in the chat that you're younger than StarClan Battles, you need to be 13 to be on YouTube, so get out.
Yep.
Get on the YouTube
That's the rules, kids.
Get on the YouTube Kids app, sorry. That's just how it be.
Actually, don't get on the YouTube Kids app, because it's also garbage, but...
Yeah, no, it's hot garbage and probably a lot of predators, but
at least get your
those are the
permission,
rules.
because we are going to curse, we are going to talk like adults do. Possibly, I don't think necessarily we plan on talking about adult topics, but that doesn't mean we won't, regardless.
Mm-hmm.
So, just keep that
basically
in mind.
we don't make the rules, and YouTube says if you're under 13 you shouldn't be here, so
Yeah.
don't get us in trouble.
Please.
Yeah, StarClan
Marty's
Battles
seeing
is
it.
just old enough now to start its own YouTube account. But anyway,
This worked out too, though, because we just opened our Patreon in August of last year.
yeah.
Like, it all kind of fell together, which was really fun. Like, we finally, like I said, we're going to move forward with this project a year ago and made the YouTube channel and everything, so it's a special month for you, StarClan Battles.
Yeah. Yeah.
Neil already has the sketch, so I don't have to sketch my own thing.
Yeah, so what we're going to be doing today is we're making a new channel banner together, and I did a like thumbnail sketch of what we're all going to be working on. Teef is going to work on the background. She's also going to be in charge of drawing Dawnfrost. I'm going to draw Spotted Shadow. Avalon's going to draw Wildfur, and Water is going to draw Wolfthorn.
Yeah.
Furry Boyfriend 101.
Yeah.
Well,
And then when they're done drawing, they're going to send the drawings of the characters to me, and I'll also shade them to fit Teef's background.
Which is going to be really similar to Chapter 1's Sky, so...
Yeah.
I'm really gonna just try and take my time with this, although I love doing my line art over to Neil's sketch. It's so cool.
Yeah, it's fun.
I'm like, finally, good proportion.
Thank you for double checking, Puzzle Parrot. It should be the correct aspect ratio. I checked a YouTube template to make this, so if not, we'll move the bits and pieces around until it works correctly. But
That's going to be the way it is with my stuff, because I never go by a specific ratio. When I make backgrounds, I just sort of draw shit.
yeah,
And
you can actually. I have another picture of the work in progress I can show y'all here. There. And you can see the faint outline of how this will look on the YouTube channel itself. So right here in the middle, that's how it'll look on desktop and mobile. And then there's, you know, slightly more here for tablet, desktop, Macs, and then TV.
So no matter what you're watching it on, you'll be able to see the character's eyes, which I really like how the bar just kind of goes right under their eye level. I love that look.
Yeah, I thought that would be fun.
it's always a fun, intense way to make a composition.
And as for people, because this is a question we'll always have in these streams, asking when the episode's going to come out, I think right now we're like shooting for November, but that's not confirmed. It all depends on how things go and personal life stuff. And
We did get a couple more animators on board, so we're getting there.
it might be November, it might be later, it might be sooner. It all just depends.
November is it's pretty safe to say November is the earliest you can expect it.
Yeah, like don't expect it before November.
Things took a slowdown this year with the pandemic kind of messing up things in personal lives, so
Yep.
like I had to move suddenly. Actually, I was always gonna have to move, but
even still, moving is something where it's like, alright, well, other projects get put on hold while I move.
But yeah. November, though, is still like roughly 1 year of active production time for a project of this scale is pretty damn good considering this is none of our full-time job.
With like 2 to 3 animators at any given point, yeah. Now we have 2 more, so
Like let's just give ourselves a little bit of credit here. We are killing this shit.
Yeah.
yeah.
I'm so
I was talking to my
excited.
physical therapist about it, and she was like, "You guys are already that far with only like 3 animators? What?" And she's not even an animator. She doesn't even understand animation. She just knows it takes a very long time. So
Yeah.
And again, if you guys want to help support getting more episodes sooner, go to our Patreon because that is what allows us to hire more animators and get things done faster.
yeah, that happened recently.
We were actually able to bring on, I think, 2 additional people to do cleanup animation.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's really exciting, and they seem like they're going to be really nice and cool people to work with. So I like that.
Mm-hmm. So happy with everybody who's working on the project so far.
So yeah, we've had people help with our rough animations. Now we have people helping with cleanup.
And it's always so fun to see like different things people bring to these, because like you've been cleaning up Tuss's rough animations, Neil, and you just commented like all these expressions, like
Yeah.
we wouldn't necessarily come up with on our own, but like they are spot on with the character acting.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's good. Good.
Really fun.
Like, I love every time I see a new work in progress shot, I'm just like, oh, it's delicious.
Yum.
Mhm.
It'll be quite long in the making, but at least it'll be worth it when it does come out.
Yeah.
I'm so nervous putting my art next to your guys' art.
It's gonna be great. Your art's fine. It fits in really well.
That's because I learned to draw cats by studying Tennille's art religiously. Like, I
That's a good way to
improved
do it.
a lot
Kids.
within
Yeah.
like the last 2 years or so because I was like, okay, how does Tennille exaggerate certain features and change shapes? And I still have a lot to learn, but drawing with your friends is really good for growing your own style.
Hell yeah. I mean, that's how I developed my style, was watching Teef.
And then I developed mine more by watching Tennille.
So it all just goes around.
Yeah, it just goes around and around.
I like how Audrey does stripies.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Audrey's stripies are fun.
My stripies are fun. What?
Yes.
What?
Like with your new fishing cat, the stripies that look like little splashes, they're so cute. I love them.
God, I worked so hard on
Yeah.
figuring that out. I'm so glad. I had a lot of fun with making that. There's definitely a lot that kind of goes into these things. I'm such a detail-oriented person. But I also wanted to try to make it, like, friendly for new people to draw it, too. So I was like, how do I keep this semi-simple?
Also, I'm sorry, my nose is so sniffly.
A sniffly Avalon today.
No worries, isn't it, like, grass, pollen season?
It's never not grass pollen season where I live.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
Like,
Town, man. They
well,
got
the
worst.
city, especially that I'm living in, is known for having it's an urban forest. Like, it's known for having thousands upon thousands of trees per 100 square feet.
Oh, that sounds so lovely.
Like,
Yeah.
I mean, Colorado's got,
we have so
and
many
Colorado
trees.
Springs is like that, but
How
Like,
far
our trees
away?
are 2 to 7.
yeah.
How far away are like the sequoias from you?
From me,
Yeah.
Yeah.
couple hours north.
Oh,
I've always wanted
Like,
to
it's-
see them.
I know,
It's
me
so
too.
cool. There's one that, like, you can drive through.
Oh,
Like,
That's so cool!
like the entrance is
I
like,
gotta see them.
you go through like this tunnel where like they hollowed out part of the trunk, and you just drive through that. Yeah, I love going there. It's so cool. It's
amazing.
like, it's close enough to take a day trip to, and honestly, I'm considering it. I want to go camping there again.
Oh, that would be so
Yeah.
cool!
Dude, we
Yeah.
shall go camping there.
Yeah.
Oh, we should.
yes.
There's so many good campsites in California. I love all of them. Oregon, though, is where it's at. If you want to go, like, do some quality camping, go to Oregon.
Why did you say that?
They're, because it's like a major sort of industry up there, I think, they do a lot with, like, park maintenance and things. Like,
And it's
they're-
werewolf country. They got
That
like
too.
mist and like moss and stuff.
Oh,
we don't have
mist
that
and
here.
moss!
Yeah, dude.
Sign me the
But yeah,
fuck
like-
up!
the place we used to go camping in Oregon with my family, because my mom is into quilting, and there's like this big quilt show every summer in this one town where they like just hang quilts everywhere from like every possible surface in the whole town. So we would go to that every year, and the campsite that we went to had like solar powered showers with like instant hot water, and
Oh, that's
Oh,
bomb.
like,
Whoa.
and like just the rest stops were so much nicer and better maintained than the ones in California, because like Oregon, at least at the time, really put a lot into their parks and things. So it's really nice to go camping in Oregon.
So in Colorado, it's dry as hecky up here. So we don't get a lot of, like, I'm always mystified when I see moss on a tree, because it's like, we get lichen a lot, but it's like the dry, scaly stuff.
Mm.
So, like, fog in the morning is, like, amazing to me.
Oh yeah, because you're landlocked.
Yeah. And, like, there's some nice lakes and stuff here, but it's really dry on this side of the mountains, particularly.
we
So
get a
it's
lot
just-
of lake effect
Yeah.
fog. Living so close
Yeah.
to the Great Lakes.
And we don't get that over here because it's basically desert all around us.
Oh, see, whereas like I'm here where like in winter, if you get up in the morning to go to work, you're basically just driving through Silent Hill at that point.
Oh, it's so awesome. That happens here sometimes, and I'm always like, the mist. It's amazing.
Yeah, growing up, we usually have a lot of fog delays. Like for schools.
Oh.
I guess, do you get that where you would live?
No.
Yeah, no, we get fog delays,
Like,
so
mountains would stay there, but like, the fog would stay there for a bit, but like, it was never super thick.
oh yeah, here it can be so thick you can't see the front of your car.
Oh,
Like if
snap.
you're sitting in your car and you
I
can't
had
see the
worse
front of
fog
it.
in North Carolina.
That is
when I
so
was there.
cool.
But mountains, West Virginia, I didn't have much fog. I had a lot of snow and like freezing weather delays.
Hmm.
Enough so one year that we skipped a whole unit of physics.
In fact, I think you're much more likely here to get fog delays than you are snow delays.
A fog delay?
Yeah.
That is amazing.
Yeah, so you just wait 2 hours. There's been days where fog was so bad they just ended up canceling school.
Whoa.
It
I
doesn't
didn't know
happen
that.
That's
often.
amazing.
It doesn't happen
cool.
often, but it sometimes happens.
I've never
Huh.
had that, but like water can call me out on my fascination with snow. So
Yeah,
3
snow
flakes,
days.
and I was like, whoa.
We don't even get like freezing anything,
Nothing
really.
even stuck at all. It was like barely even visible, and Avalon was just over the moon. Which, I mean, is fair when you don't see snow, but like...
Yeah, well, that's how I feel about fog, honestly. Because we have snow here a lot, obviously, because Colorado, but...
I never even considered the fact that, fog isn't everywhere. I thought that was very that's everybody has fog.
I love, like, the deep, wet forests that, like... I like to think that in Warriors we get, like, a lot of the misty mornings and the moss on trees and stuff, and I like to draw it. Not that I don't love Colorado. I love Colorado. It's just, like, it's dry here. It's a different climate.
It is.
We can get all the environments, because...
Yes, we can do whatever we want.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just assumed fog was, like, a temperature thing. I didn't even think about how other places just might not have fog, because, like, I'm not close to the beach, technically. It's like a 2-hour drive.
Close enough.
Yeah, close enough. Like, I have never... And that's the thing that I like about California, and Moon can fight me, is that you're never more than, like, a few hours from any possible biome. We have rainforest, we have desert, we have any possible environment you want to live in, we have here.
That's so
anywhere
cool.
in the U.S., I would move to California if I was going to move somewhere.
The only issue... But then the problem with California is that it's really hard to move here because our cost of living is so much higher than other places.
Mm-hmm.
See, Colorado Springs is similar because a lot of Californians move out here. And so our cost of living has skyrocketed over the past couple years. So it's honestly like a relatively okay move. But I wouldn't because my oncologist is out here and I need to stay out here. But yeah. I love California.
Come visit.
I will.
Come visit at a specific time next year, perhaps.
Perhaps a specific time. Yes.
Oh yeah, I don't know if... I'm excited, so I'm just going to share it with everyone possible. I don't know if this chat knows, but I'm getting married next year.
Yeah!
To a really cool dude.
So excited!
It may or may not be pool pa.
It may or may not be pool pa.
Just maybe.
Just maybe.
Oh, so many people aren't going to get that joke. May or may not be stone paw as well.
Oh, yep.
What a guy.
What a guy.
What a cool dude. Speaking of cool dudes, Wildfur's eyebrows are killing me.
Good.
That's what they should be doing.
Yeah. That's what they're there for.
Me goes into the script. I'm about to go in the script and kill Wildfur's eyebrows.
No!
No, not his eyebrows.
We need those.
Like, I imagine... Okay, so you know how, like, when couples kiss sometimes, and one of them has, like, a mustache, and the other one's like, it tickles, whiskers, blah, blah, blah. I imagine that's how, like, Spotty is with Wildfur's eyebrows. She'll, like, go to give him a forehead nuzzle, and they're like, whiskers!
Gosh, it's been so long since I used my drawing tablet, and it's just doesn't feel like it's doing what I want it to.
Well, especially since the last thing you used was the, Procreate.
In your Apple Pen?
Yeah, it's definitely a different feel.
Well, I don't know how to describe this, y'all. It's just...
It's different.
Things aren't being thick where I think they should be. I need to change my tablet settings. I'm just on his ear, okay?
I'm drawing clouds, so I'm not even having the most fun at the moment. Drawing clouds kind of sucks, actually.
It is your one weakness.
It is my weakness, yes.
But I'm gonna make you draw so many clouds.
I'm gonna get so good at it. It's gonna be fantastic.
You're the best at our backgrounds regardless of how you do it on us, so.
Yeah.
Suffer!
More.
I'm just looking through the comments of people reacting now. And I keep forgetting that people actually don't know that Ray and I have been dating for years.
Well, I mean, Sean and I still get questions of like, are you two siblings? And no, we've been married since before we started the channel.
That's just silly.
Well, to be fair, a lot of them don't see, Ray's cosplay videos that we do, where we're obviously a couple, and B, a lot of them don't listen to the 50 Shades of Grey reviews, where we talk about being in a relationship quite a bit, and yeah, so understandably sometimes they don't always get all the tells.
Those videos are like my guilty pleasure right now. I haven't watched them in a little, but you know.
Just watch me die in real time, it's fine.
You know. It's great. That's not. There we go. That's better.
Why is my nose? Okay, I'm gonna just mute the mic and blow my nose because it's
Go
these
for
little
it.
things.
Let me check these.
Oh,
Do-do-do.
Okay, I'm back. Hopefully that will take care of my sniffle nose.
Welcome back.
Voice. There's a lot of fires going on here, so the air is just
mood.
awful. Yeah.
We have fireworks
California
and
mood
earthquakes.
constantly.
Yeah. Yeah, it is.
If it's not on fire or shaking, what is it?
Not California.
It looks like people are trying to guess the apprentices' names in the chat. We got Mosswing, Moss Rain.
Ooh.
Someone saying Blixeny singing voice is godly. Yes, Viperfire 208. It is. It looks like they're about to start guessing Lilypaw's warrior name. This will be fun.
Oh, you'll never guess that one. I mean, unless you've seen the old stuff, but...
I want it to be something really bland like Lilyfur.
It's not! So what happened was actually Mosspaw's original player was kind of pissed about it because she was like, why does Lilypaw get such a good name and Ivypaw just gets such a bland name? And it was funny because at the time we just named them based on who was leader. There was no talk about whose name was gonna be what or whatever. So Swift Mask's player was like, yeah, their name is this, because at the time Swift Mask was Swift Star in the forum, and so he named her. They all got named weird things.
I always loved the names that...
Yeah.
And we'll have to just see if that sticks. Because we might change it, who knows?
Yeah, some of them have changed. So, I mean, we can't be 100% sure what their names are going to be.
I might
Because we
just
might change
step
them.
in and veto and just be like, but what if?
But what if it was this name?
That's what you always do, Avalon.
Well, I think of the name changes, Audrey and I have been responsible for a fair few.
Yeah, I really like coming up with unique names. I have a fun time with it.
And they've all been good. Like, they've all been improvements. Not that the originals weren't good, but, like...
Some of them were bad.
Some of them were a little bad, yeah.
Okay, I was trying not to put you on blast.
It's okay, I'll put myself on blast.
I was 16 when this started.
Yeah.
So.
I am still dead set on having, when I eventually take over ShadowClan, just bringing in a bunch of freaking kitty pets with stupid names.
Do it.
Love it.
Cherryberry will be a thing. I
Can't
want
stop me.
Cherryberry. We're gonna have Cherryberry and Softbelly
Yeah.
and Leaf Face because I intend to put my cat in.
Leaf face. That's
Yeah.
cute.
Dune, I think Dune actually can go into Riverpin now that he's like found his stride. I kind of wonder if I can make him related to Moss Ball somehow, but I don't know how that'll work out.
I'm putting Tacit and Striker into ThunderClan, so... Because they're such characters, and I can use that.
He's gonna be Dune-Belly because he's just...
Tacit is Storm Whisker, because she's always got, like, crazy-ass whiskers sticking out.
Yeah.
Okay, I think these clouds are kind of starting to look okay. I did it completely different this time from a reference image,
Uh-huh.
but then after I got the colors down, I just sort of tossed the reference image away because I don't want to be too close to an actual
Cloud.
reference. Yeah.
Yeah.
I am just super taking my time with every little detail of Wildfur.
Do it.
I mean, that's kind of how you and I are both guys. It's so unadjusted.
It's like, usually I just whip this stuff out, but not today. Not today.
Not today.
Today, we're going to be chatting and streaming, and I just want to enjoy that.
Yeah.
Brag
Enjoy
about
our
my
little
cool-
anniversary.
We have good time streaming together.
Brag about my cool husband.
Yeah.
Oh, Lily Petal, that's so cute.
Oh, that is cute.
She doesn't deserve it, but...
I like her original name because she doesn't deserve that either, and I like it. And we'll see if we keep it or not.
Let's see, Lily Pad, Lily Frost, Lily Spirit, Lily Fire. Lily Fire's already a character.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Twin Flame.
Lily
Over
Creek.
in chat.
Oh, that's close.
Becca Crow says maybe Blixeny could make a song about StarClan Battles.
Ooh, maybe. Wouldn't that be
Maybe.
nice?
Maybe we could use it as the opening theme.
Oh, we could. Weird.
Maybe I could sing a harmony for it or something.
Oh, weird.
Oh,
Oh, that
Ray
would be
showed up
cool.
in the chat. Ray said, Ray popped in to say pool paw, cool paw.
Yeah!
As always.
Cool paw.
So anyway, you guys talking about taking it slow. Spotty's basically done.
Shut up!
Oh, well.
You also have to do all the shading and stuff, so... Also, your
I'm
cat's like one color.
Almost done with shading.
I'm gonna finish the clouds, and then I'll do Dawnfrost so you can shade her.
Okay.
And then I will work on
You don't
the
even have to say
foliage.
Subtle Sword yet. Tennille, I'm done.
I'm done. So anyway.
Going in and finding all of Ray's comments. He also says Moon Kitty's a great rain star. She is.
She's
Like-
fantastic.
If you guys think that, like, oh no, it's not going to be good because her voice is like that, no, she pulls it off excellently, and we chose her because her voice is like that, so...
Yeah.
Yeah.
So don't
She's
be
a
weird.
Great voice actor. So
I still think that, like, so many people don't realize that that is Moon Kitty's voice. She's not using a voice changer or putting on, like, a character voice. That's how she sounds, guys. Please don't make fun of her name, or not her name. Please don't make fun of her voice for just being what it is. That's really mean.
Yeah.
You know what? These clouds are going to be in the background anyway, so I guess it doesn't really matter that much.
Also, Ray says Leafface is the best warrior. No, she's not. She sucks.
No, Dunebelly is the best warrior. Because he can never accomplish anything because he gets distracted every 5 minutes.
Doesn't that make him the worst?
No, it makes him the best because it means he accomplishes a lot of small projects. He starts a bunch of things because he thinks of them and everybody else didn't think of them, so then they have to finish it and then more things get done.
I don't know about that.
He's not. He's just, but he has value, that's what I'm saying, man.
Let's do...
Moss Moose.
Moss Moose?
Moss Moose.
Perfect. I see zero flaws with this.
How attached are you to Moss Paw's warrior name? Because Moss Moose might need to be.
Alright, look, I love alliteration as much as the next guy, but...
You know, maybe that's actually something we could offer down the line to patrons, is like the opportunity to name a background like apprentice or kit.
I'd maybe do like more of a vote.
Yeah, like just have it be like, all right, here's some names we came up with. You guys can help choose, kind of like the Warriors official site is doing now.
Yeah, because I think the struggle with having people
help name is that they don't know what's happening.
Yeah, like the characters go through some very specific arcs at moments. So like,
What might sound cool doesn't necessarily mean anything.
Yeah,
That's fair.
because we really like to name characters based on the setting.
Or like how the leaders would name them.
Mm-hmm.
Speaking of names and suffering, how's y'all doing on Dark Lightning?
Oh, I haven't even had a chance to start yet. I've gotten new cases again at work. And
I've had a chance to
Fair
start.
ballot.
It is very good.
I wanna
Yes,
start.
I have not even finished the first one, right? I don't read well,
I
so...
still definitely
That's
feel like I want to just sit with you one afternoon, Chief, and like read.
Read it to me?
Yeah, read.
I would
Public Radio.
fucking love that.
I know you would.
Sometimes Twig reads to me while I'm like doing art or something, and it's like
And like I could use
the
this
best.
to relax and chat with people anyway, so it would be
Oof.
beneficial in all ways.
Like, I really want to do like an audio adaptation for people who have an easier time listening to books rather than reading them. But
Yeah,
those
that's
are
me.
expensive.
yeah, they really are.
And to those asking, Dark Lightning is my next book. It comes out next week. But Tennille pre-ordered, so she got it early.
Bubbles
Yeah.
and
And Water was a patron at a level where she got it early as well, so... And it hurts. It hurt me to write it, so I hope it hurts you to read it.
You know it will.
You're doing good.
Because you always do. Like, whenever you write at all that I have to read, I just could cry. I just accept it, you know? It's fine.
Oh, bye, Ray. Ray's leaving the chat. Goodbye.
Bye. Have a good
Then I'll do
day.
other stuff. Also, Clover Etoile says, wait, one of them writes books? Yes, I also write the script for the show.
Yep.
Writing is the thing I do. I also have, like, writing lessons on my YouTube channel, so if you want to learn to write, you can go there.
Yeah.
It's good stuff. Highly recommend.
Mm-hmm.
Peach me!
I don't really like write anymore, but you know.
Still good advice all around.
Yeah, it's still fun to do.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna drop my website in the chat, so...
Do it!
Go for it.
Someone asked, how did we come up with the names for these 4 characters?
Warrior's name generator?
Yeah, Spotted Shadow was the name I got from the Warrior's name generator. It wasn't for my name. I think my name when I put it in there was like Spotted Fire, and I was like, well, that's dumb. That's just the ship name for
Spotted Shadow and Firestar?
for Spotted Leaf and Firestar.
Oh, Spotted Leaf, right.
For a ship you don't even ship.
Yeah.
Mine was legitimately Firestar, so I was like, well, what if my name was Dawnstar, like the morning star, like the devil, because I was like super edgy. And so I was like, well, I can't be leader yet. I have to choose like a name. So I chose Dawn Mist because I was like, oh, my name is cute and sweet because Dawn is cute and sweet. And then later on we changed it to Dawn Frost because she's really not cute and sweet.
Best change ever. Like, I loved the name Dawn Frost, or Dawn Mist, and then you were like, but what if Dawn Frost? And I was like, this is the name she's always had.
Yeah.
Not very sweet.
Not very sweet.
Oh.
She's an amazing character, but she has definitely got some of that, to use an outdated now term, some of that Slytherin in her.
Yeah, power.
Yeah.
Power drive. She's a Skywing.
And then what
She's
about
just
Wolfthorn?
very ambitious. Wolfthorn, I chose it because it was my 2 favorite, name. I wanted a warrior cat who was named Wolf something, and Thorn was my favorite suffix at the time. So, yeah.
It's a good name.
So I was like, Wolfthorn, because I'm extra.
I mean, I don't think the prefix wolf has actually been used in the books at all. Correct me if
No,
I'm
it
wrong.
hasn't.
That's so
It
weird.
should be, though.
Absolutely should be.
Especially considering how many, like, hundreds of thousands of
Original characters.
original characters are wolf something, or something wolf, even.
Usually a Wolfheart.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I had Wolf
Foxtail
Shadow.
and Wolfheart are like very common names.
Because they're cool. I
Yeah.
love fox.
They're
Well,
cool.
especially because foxtails are also plants, so, like, levels.
Yeah, it's cute.
Alright, this eye is giving me trouble. I've been, like, futzing with it for the last multiple minutes. So I'm just gonna call that done, and if you guys want to change anything about this art, you can change it. I can't continue futzing with it.
I'm
That's
sure it looks great.
totally fine.
And then Wild Fur's name was just... It described
He
what he
was-
looked like. He has wild fur.
The Calico. Yeah.
Instead of being...
Everybody was like, well, Wild Fur would be sterile and... And we're like,
No, consider I don't care.
We do what we
Command
want.
Hunter Thing. And also, I was one of those people once upon a time, so, like,
Well-
I've been there, done that.
What's so annoying about it now is that, like, if you go, oh, I have a Calico Tom character, you get the, actually, so then they'd be sterile, and then, to top it off, you now get that counter argument of, well, actually, some aren't sterile, and it's like, oh my god, can you just shut up?
Neil's throwing shade today.
I'm 31 years old and obsessed with cats. You think I don't know about cats? Like, stop.
I'm
Stop
sorry
it.
for upsetting you, Dad.
Literally, I remember one time we were just, like, at a restaurant or something. We were at a Red Robin, and they have, like, those little trivia games at your table. And one of them was, I guess I was, like, being nervous or something. I don't know what was going on. But, like, one of them was like, oh, like, female cats are more likely to be this color. And, of course, the answer is calico. And Ray just looks at me and he's like, so why is that anyway? And I'm like, you're only doing this because you know that I know the answer and you know that I'll explain it in great detail. And he's like, yeah, and I did.
I know the science because I'm a science nerd, man.
Oh, it's funny.
Yeah. Cute.
I don't know. He thought it was cute, so I'm like, all right, I'll do it.
I'll tell you about cats.
I'll tell you all about these cat genetics and chromosomes.
See, find yourself a man who likes to hear about cat genetics.
See, chat.
Yeah, like
Wife advice from the real people.
like I had a dream about us getting married, so now I'm just like gonna talk about it nonstop. I hope I'm not annoying anyone, but I don't care if I am.
Absolutely not.
I just want you to be excited and have just a lovely experience. That's all.
Thank you. I am sure with our friends there, it shall be nothing else.
Yay!
Yes. It will be glorious.
Especially because like so many people from out of town have said that they do like want to come and that they're starting to save up, and I'm like, oh good, I haven't seen some of these people in years.
Yes.
Yes! Oh my gosh.
I get to see my boy. I get to meet his fiance. Hopefully, because yeah, like I have a friend who moved out to Texas and is now engaged, and I haven't actually met his fiance. So I'm so excited to meet him, and like we've talked online, but I've never met him in person.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, yes, good. Like I see pictures of him on Facebook. We're Facebook friends, but that's not the same.
It's not. Although, if you've talked enough online, every now and then it's just like, oh no, I've known you my whole life. Which is definitely
we
how
only
I felt.
chat occasionally, so
That is definitely how I felt in visiting all of you people, and now living with this person.
Yeah.
Yeah.
he's good. He's real good.
Don't we have that thing about submitting fan art in the description? Or maybe at least in the FAQ that's in the description?
Yeah, if you have questions, be sure to go down to the links in the description. We've got an FAQ there that you should definitely check out first before you ask a question. It's so weird because going back to the Warriors genetics thing, the Warriors genetics thing used to just be inescapable. It was everywhere.
Yeah.
Like, it was essentially like if you did not follow Warriors genetics, you were seen as like a problematic person in the community.
Jesus Christ.
It went from traditional naming to the intensely much more difficult task of realistic cat genetics. And like on the one hand, I find that really interesting, and if it helps you to have set rules to create a character, then fine.
Mm-hmm.
No one's saying you can't use the genetics, but don't friggin' push that on everyone else.
Yeah.
Just stop. Yeah, it's...
like same thing with traditional naming. If you want to use traditional naming, fine, knock yourself out. Don't make other people do it, though.
This is a fantasy series. Like, just let it be a fantasy series. That's...
My big thing with the whole traditional naming thing is if you want to make that a like say you were doing a role play like we were doing, and you're like in this role play we're going to expect traditional naming. Logically, the reason you would be doing that is because you want to give like the world more character and like give it some more set rules. So
right.
The exception should still be, like, you know, I have a character whose backstory is that they're a kitty pet and they came into the clans and they picked their own name. Like, okay, so obviously the kitty pet would not know the rules and would have their own name. You know? So, expecting someone to follow the rules when the character's backstory specifically like, would not know the rules that you're wanting to follow, you know?
Like, roleplay is for fun, so, like, you can't just be like, but I want all the names to be this way, so your character can't have that backstory, or I just want to allow them to follow a rule name to the backstory. It's just like, Why?
Right.
Like, I think the height of traditional naming for me was people getting mad that Crooked Star was originally named Stormkit specifically because he was born during a big storm that was very dangerous, and like the fact that him and Oakheart managed to survive their birth at all was kind of a miracle.
That's why I called Tacit Stormpaw, because they came from Hurricane Harvey.
Aw.
They're my hurricane kittens.
But yeah, just like people being like legitimately, oh my god, this is so stupid because he's brown and he shouldn't be called Storm. And I'm like, but they have a canon reason. It's symbolic. Oakheart is named for the oak tree that they sheltered in, not because he's reddish brown. What?
Yeah.
And at that point, I was like, okay, I screw traditional names forever.
Yeah, it's the lack of understanding any nuance that's like, alright.
And even then, when people were like, oh, well, it's because people are so annoyed with, like, Emerald Paw and Diamond Feather, and I'm like, what's wrong with that, though? I don't... You know what? Officially, I'm bringing it back.
Come at me. I'm gonna have a lapis paw.
Oh, that's so cute, though.
I mean,
It would be really cute.
if it's an endless storm, that makes complete and total sense, though. So, like...
Yeah. Well, like, I had a jet paw in Endless Storm. Like, Jet, the mineral. But I kind of changed it since then, because, yeah. I was going through a phase.
You wanted all mineral names. And it was really fun, to be fair.
Yeah. I had a lot of mineral names. Like, Copperpaw.
Okay,
Copperpaw's
wait.
still my favorite. You cannot change him because I still be...
Oh no, he's staying Copperpaw,
Good.
because it's also a color.
Because,
Yeah,
Because
it's
Copper
perfect.
Bramble has to be forever.
Mm-hmm.
I hate
Yes,
that.
Copper
I
Bramble.
just realized that their ears are facing backwards.
Yep.
Damn
Oh,
it.
well,
It doesn't matter if you don't do it that way.
Well, no, I was
Dawn
like
Frost is
having...
an ear-forward type person, so...
I
Yeah.
was having trouble getting Wildfur's ears to look right, so now I can just...
Just
Hey,
draw
just say
triangles.
goodbye.
I put Wolfthorn's ears in that kind of like, his like half sideways thing that he always does, which is just kind of how you have it anyway.
Yeah.
I did Dawn Frost forward because she's very intense.
Yeah, she would just be like non-facing.
She would be like, am I being aggressive right now? Yes, I am.
Fight me.
Moon Sushi asks, is there a script for the animators to work off of? So, I'm planning on doing a video process of this once episode 1 comes out, of like what all the stages and steps were to get the episode done. But essentially, the long and short of it is that we write a draft of the script. We send that to Avalon. Avalon edits it and makes it nice.
I do a lot of formatting.
Yeah. And then once that is done, we kind of like revise it and go over like make sure that like we're thinking in a visual sense, so we start like storyboarding. And then the storyboards are what the animation goes off of.
And I'm also then like the first pass at editing the script where I'm like, oh, you guys have this, but what if we did this?
Yeah.
Right.
So, you know, to make sure that these ideas are being reviewed and we're hitting all the points we want to hit and making any improvements that can be made. Because usually it's pretty spot on. I don't usually have to, like, suggest many edits or change much of anything. I might change, like, a line of dialogue or something here and there if I think that I can make something that sounds a little more natural, but usually I don't do a lot of changes to the script you guys send me. I just format.
Yeah. And I mean, it's easy to say, like, we write a rough draft and then Avalon does the final version, but, like, there's a lot of brainstorming that goes in between step 1 and step 2.
Yeah, like, usually by the time you guys send me something to work on, you've already workshopped it yourselves so much,
Mhm.
or I've also been involved in that, so it's a lot at every step of the way.
Yeah. And we've got a lot of foreshadowing and stuff that we like to include in our story.
Yeah.
So a lot of times, even after we think a script is done, we've gotten into a future part and we're like, oh wait, this character is actually more like this, and they feel this way about something, so we go back into an earlier episode and we go, alright, so we need to change their dialogue slightly to reflect that.
And this is why we have the scripts done so far ahead of time. We have through episode 10 scripted. We're not even done with episode 1 yet, so we have plenty of time to make adjustments.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and some things have been added recently too.
Yeah.
Because they're just things that I just don't want swept under the rug, you know? Like, you know how warriors, like, will introduce something and then they just completely forget about it because they're ridiculous. I don't want that to happen with our story.
And also with us going in and, like, looking at more active representation for various LGBT identities and confirming and wanting to confirm in canon that these characters have these identities, not just have it be, you know, oh, well, if you follow our blog, then, you know, it's like we want it to be in the show itself.
We want to put in the work to have it be representation, not just say it and be proud. Like, oh yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Because that's really important to us as people who are LGBT, who have various mental issues and disorders and illnesses and all that kind of thing. To make a show that is representative of this very wide and varied fan base, and ourselves as well.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
How many gay characters are there in StarClan Battles? Asked Cloverfrost, the niftiest warrior. Many.
Yeah.
Well said. There are
Using gay as an umbrella
characters, I'll tell
term
you
for lesbian, bi, pan, trans, non-binary, polyamorous.
At least, at
A-
least half of the cast is not strictly straight.
Mm-hmm. But also, we've answered this question a million times, so if you wanna look at our previous streams, we talk about this a lot more.
I especially recommend the June stream where we raised money for the Trans Women of Color Collective. I think we raised like something to the tune of $800-something.
That was awesome. Which is a lot for such small creators like us.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was really proud of us for being able to do that. Our audience is cool.
Yeah, me too, man. Me too. I feel like I keep muttering and then Tennille's computer doesn't pick me up, so I'm trying to be more vocal.
Yeah. David Gannon says, one of my only good character names is Frost Sneeze. I love that. That's adorable.
Oh, I imagine he's got little icicle snots.
That's cute.
Art Dog or Arf Dog 281 says, wait, there are non-binary characters? Yes.
Yeah.
In fact, one of the leads in Black Sun will be non-binary.
Yep.
And we also have some other characters who are non-binary in Clouded Moon as well. No mains, but we do have, you know, relevant background characters who are, and will be stated as such. Characters will refer to bird flight with they, them pronouns. Yay.
Yeah.
Okay, I've started a whole thing now.
Yeah, because once you start this, everybody asks the same questions over and over again.
Go check out the June stream.
Yeah.
The June stream, we talked a lot about it because we have a lot of them. We did it for Pride Month. Also, our Valentine's stream, we did a lot of the LGBT couples.
Mm-hmm.
So if you look at February and June, you can see a lot of information about LGBT characters, including gender-diverse characters.
Winter Cold says, is it possible to speak about Francois? What's her relationship like with the other medicine cats? We have a character moment on Francois for patrons. If you just donate $3 a month, you can get access to the character moments. And there's a lot of extra little bits written about background characters. But I would say, like, we don't really talk about what her relationship is with the other medicine cats, but I would say that it's probably pretty distant at this point.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like they were probably very disappointed in her.
I think it's
And
just
probably-
awkward more than anything else.
Sorry, what?
I think it's just awkward more than anything else.
Yeah.
Yeah. And it's not so much that she had kits while being a medicine cat. It's that somebody suffered while she was dealing with that.
Mhm.
So it directly broke the code.
For anyone who might not be familiar, Francois was the medicine cat in ThunderClan before Rensong. So she was Rensong's mentor. She had Kits as a medicine cat, and on the day that she was having Kits, the cat who was her mate got really badly injured. And so she then stepped down as a medicine cat. There's more to it, but like I said, you should go check out the character moment, because it's great.
Yeah.
Support us on Patreon so we can get episode 2 done before November next year. I mean, we're already starting some of the early production work on episode 2. Hopefully it'll go a little faster,
Yeah, especially
because
since,
we don't have quite so many characters to animate.
Yeah.
well, and especially
like-
since episode 1, like, we storyboarded in January.
But yeah,
Pixie
like
Wolf art, Loving Man is not canon anymore.
Nope. It was fun at the time, though.
Yep.
I mean, I think we gotta give ourselves some credit as well. The first episode of this thing is such a freaking undertaking.
It's so
Yeah.
huge.
We really bit off a lot with just this first episode.
It's so huge, and on one hand, it's like, God, why do we do this to ourselves? But on the other hand, I'm like, you know, I'm glad, because if we can do this episode, we can literally do anything.
Listen,
Yeah,
listen,
for
there's
sure.
a 26.5-second shot of characters walking towards the camera and speaking, and with the camera move, and Tennille animated all of that, and then I just finished compositing it recently, and it's a pain in the butt. Which,
Well, I'm just thinking of, like, the fact that
of
we...
production stuff, though, like, Tennille, if you want, I can composite a shot on a computer to, like, record it for that episode you're talking about.
Oh, yeah, that would be great.
Yeah. Sorry. Continue, Avalon. I just want to. I meant to mention that way earlier, but the conversation had moved on.
But yeah, like I don't think that it's a spoiler to reveal that the first episode occurs on a gathering.
No, people know that.
So like, just the fact that that means we had to decide who's there, and then add in all these background characters with, like, small movements to damn near every shot.
Which
Well,
Tennille
And
did.
to just make the references for all the characters.
And
Which Tennille did.
You know, and we did all of that, and, like, yeah, that'll be useful later too, but, like, the fact that this is, like, episode 1 and we just came out of the gate swinging with, like, 20 characters in a shot.
We have a Gathering Island map with little dots as to where all of the characters are sitting, so
Yep.
that we can get them correct in, like, perspective and everything.
And, like,
Well,
if the
and-
camera moves, that's still, you know, the same characters in the same locations, even with the camera moving.
yeah.
Yeah.
And not only that, but the characters that go to the gathering are there because it...
Makes sense.
Yeah, like, those are the characters that the leaders would pick to take to the gatherings. There's only, you know, there's how many cats the leaders bring is important,
Right.
because some clans bring more cats than other clans.
Some
And-
clans are, like, making a showing.
Mm-hmm. And then...
And you know which one that is.
Yeah.
And then, you know, who sits with who is important as well.
Yeah. it
Like,
really-
everything is considered very carefully anytime we're setting up a shot. We know exactly who's doing what, where, with who.
Okay, so Dawnfrost color is done. Do you want me to
Working on
just save a transparent PNG and send it to you? Or
Yes, please.
All right, got it. Will do. And I did
Wild
color
Bird's
on her
hard.
lines too, so.
He is
How
hard.
do I animate this guy? What the hell?
Because they had to do the other parts of this, so it take longer, and it's okay.
Like, I'm trying to follow Tennille's sketch as close as possible and also bouncing back with the other references I have, and I'm just like, how do I make this work?
And we're all sketch, to be fair. I'm also changing up from the sketch a little bit.
Amber Bayou says, do Wolfthorn, Wildfur, Spotted Chow, Swiftmask, Dawnfrost, and their inner circle of friends get along? That's something you'll have to find out in the first episode. You'll find out a lot about their dynamics.
Some of it may surprise you.
Oh, I should have put that in voice chat dump, but whatever.
It's fine.
There she is.
Oh, there's the lad. Laddie. Lady.
Lassie. She can be a lad.
She can.
Mad lad.
She can be a lad if she wants.
Alright.
Honestly, Dawnfrost can do anything she wants because she'll snap my neck if I tell her no.
Like, I'm just... You know what? Dawnfrost, a big Hollyleaf energy.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, Dawnfrost is how Hollyleaf should have been.
Oh, if only.
If you like
Yeah.
Hollyleaf, prepare to drink your juice.
Prepare to stand Dawnfrost.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, don't stand her. Don't do that.
I'll stand on
Oh,
Frost.
you can stand her if you want to.
I'm just saying, it's a little problematic to stand.
Yeah,
But I mean, so is Spotted Chow.
I was gonna say, the other option's not great either.
Alright, onward to these special, meaningful plants that I decided to put in this.
I love it. I'm so excited.
I
I
love
just put little roots and I'm like, yep, that's good.
I love that with teeth, there's always meaningful plants.
Mm-hmm.
That's like
I
become
love
your
it.
thing.
Well,
Your thing
meaningful
is
rocks were
meaningful
also
plant.
a thing of Teeves for a long time, so I'm not
I stole it from Kush Fuddled
Yeah.
because they do plant meanings all the time, like
I
especially
love
in Twin
that.
Shadows. And I was like, oh man, we should do
Did you-
that.
Did y'all get the print run of Twin Shadows?
Yes.
I did not. I didn't
Oh,
actually.
God. I need to like send you mine then for like you could borrow it a little because the freaking like when you can see it up close and see the texturing with like that one shot of the water droplet falling into the puddle, I like screamed. I was like, oh my god, it's
I love
so beautiful. I love Rab's art, and I'm so glad she's our Spotted Shadow.
Yes.
She's got a lot of voice work. She got to be a silver stream in Bok Bok Choi's as well.
Yeah, that's so cool.
God, I love Bok Bok Choi's Warrior Cats animated series. If you guys want a fun Warrior Cat series to watch, go watch that. It's one of the, like, it's right up there with, like, I Spoil Us for parody series of Warrior Cats. In
Yeah.
terms of, like, the humor.
Good stuff, man.
You know what I like about Warrior Cats?
What?
Not to jinx it or anything, but the odds of us getting a DMCA for this are low.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Never zero, but pretty low.
I mean, if it ever happened, we could just change the clan names and move on from there.
Yeah.
Ooh, I called
Feels
day
like,
night.
what are they
We
gonna
have to do that.
If that happens, we could just move on to our pseudo fan clans.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Why is this not doing what I want?
Because it's Mad Pants.
Yeah.
Is it not the same resolution, perhaps?
No, that shouldn't
From
matter.
Photoshop.
And that shouldn't matter either. I'll get it figured out. Don't worry about it.
I'm sure it'll be fine.
Yeah.
Just keep arting.
Like, the number of times I have looked at what we're doing and been like, sure would be neat if working partners wanted to pay us to create a Warriors show.
There would be so many neat things if working partners would look to the fan community and decide to pay us, because we would, like, the thing is, like, no one's gonna do a ton of official things, or canon things, because for any kind of funding, because of the copyright issues. But they would have some absolutely amazing creations if they reached out to the fan community. I mean, there are already so many amazing creations in the fan community. I'm just saying, working partners could get a piece of that.
Yeah.
Like, if working partners was willing to pay people a little, they would have so much more of that amazing fan content.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, if they wanted to pay me to animate Warriors, I totally would.
Yeah.
Or
same.
even just, like, the field guides. Like, let us do artwork for, like, the field guides and the mangas.
I mean, that's what they do in other countries.
Yeah, aren't the Polish covers done by a fan artist now? Like,
Yes, they are.
Well, and,
I bet we probably would charge less money to do it too, just saying.
yeah, and, like, Hita's done illustrations for, like, Dubwing Silence and stuff. Like, for an official release in their country.
He does Russian, right? I think
so.
I think so.
I don't
But
know.
I'm not positive about that, so.
is somewhere East European, I think.
And
But yeah, I'm like, God, working partners, just let us in, just give us a little piece of pie.
Let
We'll
me
make you
in!
so many pies. You won't even know what to do with all the pie you'll have. Just give us a little piece of it.
Just share. Stop being a toddler.
Stay with the thorns.
Somewhere here.
Well, Winnie, she stretch. Big stretch.
Little sketchies.
Big stretch, girl. Okay, I think I'm almost done with this line art, and then I will send it over for approval.
Cool.
Speaking of cats, though, Dune has like had a stomach ache for a while because he eats things he's not supposed to eat. But like he's starting to feel better the past couple days, and it's like, one hand I'm really happy that he's feeling better, and on the other hand I'm like, can't you go back to being calm?
Can't you just chill out?
It's time to stop. Please let my hands live.
Alright, I'm just gonna screenshot this and send it over. So I don't feel like... I haven't saved once.
Oh, better do that.
Hey!
Do that.
So the cool thing about the blackthorn plant is that it has, hey, black thorns on it, and it's like really awesome looking.
Yeah.
It has like these little purple berries on it too. So that's going to be really fun to draw. I'm kind of trying to be a bit more simple with it. I'm trying. You know how it is.
Yeah.
Tifa's really
It will get
not
done.
fam, just so y'all know.
I'm a renderer. I just keep going.
Okay, so she, sigh, why? You make me sigh. So for some reason, when I was copying Dawn Frost into my file, she was going like way off on the artboard, so she wasn't showing
Weird.
up on the picture, so I just had to move the canvas, like move her
Oh.
around on the canvas.
Huh. Okay.
Yeah,
Hey, whatever works.
yep.
Alright, there's our boy.
Our
A boy.
Let me see a lad. Oh, that looks good, Avalon.
Oh, I
It's
gotta
my
look.
first time drawing him, and I did my best.
Yeah, it looks great. He's so
Oh, that's
fluffy.
glorious. Fantastic.
I really took my time on the line art, and that really makes a difference.
Yeah.
Usually I'm just rushing to get it done
Yeah, that's good stuff.
so that I can like monitor the chat for the rest of the stream. Okay, now I'm gonna pull from the rough sheet to do some of the colors, but I might fudge the colors just a little bit.
Okay.
Hey, whatever floats your boat.
Just because Tamil and I generally have a little bit of a different coloring style where I tend to go a little more muted with some of my colors.
I have my screen
a-
set like really, really red so it doesn't cause migraines. So I generally color pick if I can.
So red helps migraines?
Yeah, because
Filtering out
blue.
light helps migraines. So
It depends on your particular flavor of migraine, I'm sure, but blue light hurts a lot.
Okay, because I've been I use Scrivener for my writing program, and you can like change the background color, and I've always kind of used a light minty green. Maybe I'll change it to red.
Yeah, I like to use like a muted orange if I can. That's what I try to change my color card to in Toon Boom.
Sorry, Audrey, I cut you off. What'd you say?
No, you're saying so when I first when I got glasses again in like middle of high school, they offered a blue light filter, and I was like, or no, it was like when I was about to go to college, and they were like, do you want a blue light filter in your lenses? And I'm like, but what does it do? And they were like, well, but if you're going to be staring at computer screens all day, it would really help with that kind of like eye strain and stuff. And I'm like, well, I am going to be doing a lot of work on computers, so give it to me. And I didn't realize the benefit it had for me until my glasses broke, like 2 years later, right before I was submitting applications for graduate school. So that's like a week straight of staring at a computer screen for long hours, doing stuff, and I had migraines for the first time in my entire life. And it was just, I just couldn't stand to look into any light anymore, or like sit up. I was just like, this is entirely awful, and so like it was just miserable for a week. But like, if you're someone who
I'm not
has-
really photosensitive, but it seems to help, so.
Yeah.
Well, and
If you're
Ray
someone who
has migraines a lot,
corrections,
so
you can
maybe-
get blue light filters in
Yeah.
your glasses rather than changing things, and I don't notice a color difference.
Maybe that'd be good for Ray then, because like he has migraines a lot of the time and ends up looking at screens a lot. So maybe doing like that red filter
Yeah.
over things would help. Well, yeah, I'll pass that on to him then. That's
Yeah.
cool.
But yeah, you
Like
can change,
the night
you can change your
filter or
display
whatever.
settings. Yeah, night light filters. So if you change your display settings, you can also probably buy like screen covers for stuff that do blue light filter stuff. Don't quote me entirely on the buying filters covers, but like it's definitely something I tend to recommend to people if you're someone who works at a computer frequently.
Yeah, like it's something to try out. Alright,
Yeah.
time for the eyes. Everyone seems to really like how I do eyes, so that'll be cool.
Yeah.
I'm drawing little blackthorn berries.
Oh yeah.
which is just putting dots of solid color.
Heck yeah.
So I'm trying to be more simple about it.
Them green eyes he got.
Oh yeah.
I'll tell you all the symbolism as soon as I finish, but for now, you just get to know that I'm drawing Blackthorn.
I like working on this project with y'all. It's cool.
It's
Yeah.
really awesome having you in this project.
I was so excited when you guys messaged me and you were like, "Hey, you want to join?" And I was like, "Do I want $1 million?" Like,
Is the Pope Catholic? We were all just like sitting. Neil and I were visiting Tiffany for the commencement ceremony. We're just kind of sitting, hanging out, doing drawings. And it's just like, so Avalon! And then just a chorus of yeses from Neil and Tiffany. It was like,
Yes.
okay.
and this would set the precedence for how we pick people to work on the project from then on.
Yep,
Pretty
pretty much.
We're just sitting around. So Tuss,
Yes.
So Jay, we can talk to her?
And I'm like, well, yeah.
what's Finchwing doing? And then Finchwing was busy, but
Yeah.
That's
gave,
okay.
gave us some good, like, you know, recommendations for other people.
So that person that did Foxfires.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nobody recognizes the name Kaylee Bradley, but Foxfires.
You
yeah.
will.
You
They will soon.
Absolutely.
Eventually, when we have more money, I'm going to be like, so Owl Spark. Oh, Wildfur, you big beautiful Tom, why do you need to hurt me like this?
He's a complicated man, inside and out.
Spotted Shadow be like, I love him for what's on the inside, and Wildfur be like, you sure?
You positive about that?
All for you like this mess?
I don't.
Wildfur's like, is that really the smartest decision you could have made?
You have chosen poorly.
But he's not an asshole, though, and that's what makes him a good... The bar is so low.
Yeah.
In Warriors, yeah.
It was like... He doesn't like himself. But he takes care of Spotty, though. He likes Spotty.
We love to see that.
Oh, I will be right back. It is cat food time. Kitty
All right.
foods. So,
Speaking of Wildfur, the Blackthorn symbolizes fate and protection
Aww.
because he will protect.
He protect, he attack, but most importantly, he a snack.
He a snack.
He's not a snack, he's a goddamn meal. His preferred battle tactics, sitting on people.
Yep.
Not only is effective, but humiliating.
No one gets hurt, though.
Yep.
Just the pride. I want Dendad Wild Fur.
Aww. Absolutely.
It's like, I feel like he'd be like, I'm really sick of all this fighting stuff, guys. Like, can we just be adults about this? Do you have to solve all your problems by going to war, or do you just want to go to war?
On Frost, yes. The answer is yes.
I was born to fight.
She will burn your city down.
Well, Fur's over in the corner like, can we solve this like adults? And Dawn Frost like, adults go to war!
The world of warriors is inherently tied with violence.
It's right there in the name, guys. So how y'all doing?
Doing good. Just got done for us shaded.
You know what,
Looks
Tennille? You don't
great.
gotta do me like that, Tennille. I kid.
Here again.
Yeah, welcome back.
There was a
Audrey,
distinct
tell Tennille
lack
to
of
stop
speaking.
picking on me.
Sorry, what?
Teef said there was a distinct lack of speaking, and I said tell Tennille to stop picking on me.
Sunny Midnight says they just got the notebook from Redbubble with the
Aw.
StarClan Battles poster.
I have that too. It's
I
awesome.
want it, but Ray won't let me get any new notebooks, because
Oh.
Okay, what are your markings like? Wild fur.
They're not too bad.
I've animated
You know,
him so
relatively
much that I
speaking, they
almost
really
remember
are
them
not.
by heart.
Yeah.
I know he's got a dark stripe right behind, like, his little shoulder ruff thing. And he's got tail stripes, but I don't know if the end of his tail is the darker.
Yeah, the end of his tail is the darker part.
Okay.
He has like a raccoon tail.
Because I know they're pretty thick stripes.
Yeah. It's
Yeah,
just,
there's like a couple.
yeah, it's 2 darker stripes.
You ever just suddenly think about the ending of BoJack Horseman?
I mean, yes.
No,
I'm
personally,
sitting
that's
here-
because I avoided it because of how people talked about it. I was like, I don't think I need to cry today.
Oh, I
I
love it.
tried it and I don't like it, so
I like feeling sad.
I just didn't like any of the characters. I didn't feel particularly strong about any of them.
To be fair, I don't know how far you got in it, and I hate it when people go like, well, you really have to get to so-and-so episode. But, like,
Like
BoJack...
3 episodes.
Yeah,
Yeah,
BoJack
I just was like,
doesn't...
One is
BoJack doesn't have a great start. It really, like, the second half of the first season's really where it starts to shine, and then, like, all the seasons after it, like, it really
yeah, and I
is
just,
great.
I don't want to spend the time to
Yeah,
have to do a whole watch through to appreciate it. So.
Yeah.
the first
that's
season really feels more. It's an adult animated comedy, woohoo, and then like the rest of it is actually it's a deep dive into depression and
anxiety
like addiction and anxiety and past trauma and abuse for like all of the characters.
yeah.
And I'm like, oh, okay, actually it's a good show, but like I could definitely see not wanting to sit through all of it to get to that.
I'm sure it's good. I just, you know,
If you don't
all
have
the
the
characters
patience,
seemed
then
meh. So
yeah, it's not for everyone, and that's okay. Because like it took me a long time to be willing to give it a chance, and then the Diane episode of the last season fucking came for my entire life.
God.
I was like, oh, okay, it's me. Oh, wow, I'm relating too hard.
I might give it another chance at some point, but it might be one of those things that I have to watch with people that have watched it.
Yeah.
You know, or like maybe, you know, get like an episode list of like, I would say that every episode is at least a little plot relevant, but maybe get like a list of episodes where it's like, here's the highlights that like you really need,
Mhm.
and don't like have to watch every episode or even all of every episode. Because like if the humor doesn't work with you, then it's really hard to sit through the whole thing. Because a lot of it is, you know, in like callbacks and funny background events going on.
The stuff that gets me the most with BoJack is always the stuff with Beatrice Horseman and her family.
Oh god.
Because I'm like, oh my god, it's my grandparents. Ah, it sucks. So good though. Just like,
It's well written. It's well written.
yeah, it's so good. Remember, crying is stupid.
Wow, wow, wow. Wolfsburg would win every poker face contest. He just has that look.
Yeah. Alright, so we're a good way into the stream now.
Yeah? Are you about to show anything you're about to show?
Well, I'm not going to show anything. 'Cause I still don't really want to encourage people to go to the old forum. But
Okay.
I am on the old forum.
Read the date. Read the date of that first post.
Oh, so the very first post on StarClan Battles is not made by anybody here, but was made August 14th, 2007.
Here we are.
And then the next
Yeah.
one is from...
The next one is from Teef, August 15th, 2007.
Today.
At 3:11 a.m. So about the time we started the stream.
Beautiful.
Now the question is, do I
finished
read
it.
any of that?
Do it.
Do it?
It's
Do it.
probably awful. Let's go.
So, first it starts off with a little out of character OOC post
As you do.
saying, okay, so this is pretty much assuming that they live in the Lake Territory still, but very long after Firestar and all that, the book series, but on the same timeline, Dawn Mist being a very distant relative of his.
Of course!
Of course.
I will make
There's
up
my question answered.
I will make up characters and stuff like the current leader of my clan for the time being. So then the new enemy first appears in Shadow Clan, right? What is this new enemy? Like wolves or something? Sorry for all the questions. I just need to know to make an accurate storyline.
Because I was going into this assuming we were making a collaborative story. I never roleplayed before.
Yeah. I mean,
I had
none
no
of us
idea how
had.
to just...
I
Yeah.
have when I joined, but you two definitely not.
Alright, y'all, so this is the first post for StarClan Battles. Dawn Mist sat alone, staring alone across the golden waves of the sunset-lit lake. It would be soon now. The ThunderClan leader would appoint a new deputy. The old deputy, Brackenfoot, had died after a long bout of green cough. It had been very prominent in the particularly cold leaf bear. Dawn Mist knew that she was a liable candidate for deputy. She had all the leadership qualities. Whoever was chosen would soon become the clan leader. Elmstar was down to his last few lives, maybe even the last one. He was very old. He had always been leader as far back as Dawn Mist could remember. Of course, she was still a young warrior, but skilled enough to have an apprentice. Elmstar was the oldest of all the leaders, maybe even all the cats at the lake. Dawn Mist was rather ambitious, but she didn't let her hunger for power get out of hand. She only wanted to do what was best for the clan, even if that didn't include her leader. She had heard tales of Tiger Star and his dark ambitions.
Yeah, she did.
So she promised herself she would never lose her mind like he did. She felt almost treacherous when she thought about Tiger Star, because she actually admired him a little. Not what he became, but as he was before power clouded his judgment, or at least that's what she told herself. As the sun sank further under the horizon, the Flame Point warrior decided to leave her lakeside post and return to camp. This was the night of the gathering on the island. ThunderClan had not much news of consequence, but it would be interesting to hear what the other clans were up to. Hawkstar always had something fascinating to share. Dawn Mist's bright blue eyes caught sight of a small movement, almost as fast as her nose picked up the scent of mouse and her ears heard a tiny rustling. She went down into a crouch and pounced on the tiny body without hesitation, killing it instantly. As she stepped through the entrance, she saw that the clearing that was ThunderClan camp was teeming with activity. She dropped her mouse into the fresh kill pile and sat down to wash her face. "I'll expect you'll be coming to the gathering," a raspy voice sounded behind her. Elmstar could still be silent when he wanted to. "Of course, if that is your wish, Elmstar," Dawn Mist answered. He nodded and limped off to join a group of warriors ready to leave. "Shall we?" he said. Dawn Mist followed her leader and the group of cats out of camp. Who knew what news the gathering would bring? That is...
I wasn't too bad.
Yeah, no.
Yeah, it's not terrible.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I love that we now have confirmation that Sue's a distant relative.
That's not canon anymore.
No.
People
She
in
also
chat.
talks to Tiger Star in the dark forest, and he convinces her to, like, turn her back on Spotted Shadow and, like, all this other stuff, so.
It was a thing.
It was a thing, yeah.
This was written by Teef when she was younger. Not, someone was, like, thinking that Tennille wrote it originally. She did not.
No, I was... yeah, we'll get to one of my posts here relatively soon. I was quite a bit younger than Chief was. I mean, I still am the same age difference, but yes.
Nope, you're my dad now.
Yeah.
But because
It's
of
fine.
how age
Tennille is everyone's father. Tennille is your father.
That's right. What were you saying, Audrey?
Was it because of age difference in development stuff? Like, there's a significant difference in abilities.
Yes. So then the next post is actually by the user who played Hawkstar, who ran the forum to begin with. And, I don't know, soon after actually we started the forum, they left. They were only
like they
around
didn't
for
even
a couple of months, maybe.
They didn't even last a page.
Yeah,
Yeah. Alright, but
they
they
didn't
start
have
off
time
with...
for it.
They start off with another out-of-character thing, and they say, I haven't roleplayed in a long time, so please excuse any mistakes I make. Hawkstar was in her den, nibbling at a small mouse, when Moonclaw called into her den. Hawkstar! Moonclaw called, that's hard to say, urgently from the entrance to the den. Hawkstar got to her feet and shook herself off before calling back. Yes, Moonclaw? What is it? Come in. Moonclaw padded quickly into the den. Hawkstar, there's been an attack on the ShadowClan warriors. Hawkstar's fur bristled. Who dares attack our warriors? Which clan was it? Hawkstar hoped dreadfully that the threat came from another clan, not from some other creature. She remembered the badger attack that had happened several moons ago. Many warriors were killed, and then she herself had lost a life defending the camp. Not another clan, Hawkstar, Moonclaw whispered. Then what? I don't know. An apprentice told me. He said the two warriors in the patrol were pretty badly mauled when he found them both dead. Whatever it was, it's probably dangerous. Hawkstar flinched. Which two were killed? She asked softly. Sunfire and Breezeheart. Hawkstar felt her eyes grow hot with tears, which she hurriedly blinked back. Sunfire was her own son. What did she do to offend StarClan so much that they would take her own son? Hawkstar hesitated, then replied. Then we should be extra careful until we know exactly what we're up against. Until the threat has been dealt with, all apprentices, kits, and elders must have warriors accompanying them when they leave camp. All cats must go in groups of at least 3 when they leave camp. Hawkstar looked up directly at Moonclaw. Go now. You may be needed if there is another attack. Moonclaw nodded and padded out of the den as quickly as she had come. That one's interesting because Moonclaw's not a character anymore.
Moonclaw's small pebble.
Yeah.
Also, like, we didn't choose to kill Breezeheart and Sunfire. They were already dead.
Yeah.
They were dead on arrival.
And it's, kind of really plot relevant. It's not like we can really change that.
Yeah. Rest in peace, my sweet patrol children, says Amber
Aw.
Milo.
The patrol boys.
Yep.
Aww.
Fear not, there will be many more goes.
And then, on October 16th, so yeah, these first 2 posts were made August 15th, and then August 16th was my first post. Gathering
Glorious.
tonight. Yeah, this one, no out of character, just straight into it.
Yep.
Gathering tonight, thought Spotted Shadow, as she laid about batting foxtail weeds with her free time. As she batted it, she couldn't help but feel that something was wrong. But that's silly, she thought again, batting at more foxtails as she rolled onto her back. StarClan promised peace, but then again, how long ago was that? 3 moons, 4 moons ago? And Spotted Shadow knew that peace never lasted too long for her and her friends around the lake. Something wrong was always going bad, she knew. That is a sentence. Even if StarClan swore peace, that didn't mean that there'd be no problems. That was wishful thinking, though. She batted and rolled more as her thoughts continued to drift around her.
She's just chilling.
Yeah. Spotted Shadow, where did you go? She heard Peachpaw call, her apprentice.
Oh, Peachy!
Peachy! How much has she learned? Not enough, she thought. She got up slightly and creeped up on her apprentice, ready to spring on her. When she heard a rustle behind her, she turned in time to see Nightpool leaping on top of her. She turned in time and both of them were sent rolling out to where Peachpaw was standing and, eventually, smushed by the 2 friends rolling around wildly. After the smushing, though, they jumped apart to see Peachpaw standing up and shaking herself. And I thought you were the mentor, she said jokingly. They all laughed. Come on, race you on back to camp, Spotted Shadow said. She charged down the plains toward camp.
Peach smoosh.
Peach smoosh.
Smoosh. Smoosh.
And those are the first 3 posts. I mean, other than the one I skimmed over.
I vote that anytime something happens that we don't like, we say something. What was it? Something bad is always going wrong.
Yeah, something.
Crashes. Something bad is always.
Something wrong was always going bad.
Yeah.
Every time like Psy crashes or Toon Boom doesn't do something, or something wrong is always going bad.
Something wrong is always going bad. Yep.
Not the worst though.
Yeah. So 2007, I would have been in August 2007. I would have been in 8th grade.
Oh, cute.
Yeah, in August 2007, we're roughly the same age, so you would have been like 14?
ABT.
I mean, you would have been the same age I was when I submitted that god-awful first chapter of my serious book to my middle school book club.
Oh,
So bad. And they read it out loud, and I just, like, waited outside for them to finish because I didn't want to listen to my own writing being read out loud, and I still don't. I still hate it, but it was really, really bad. It was just, straight up fan fiction, but I refused to admit that it was fan fiction.
That's so funny. I didn't share any of my writing until this point. I had, like, a ton of stuff, but never shared any of it.
The funny thing about going back to this forum and, like, these first posts is both how much things have changed and also how things haven't changed.
Yeah.
So, like, things come
funny.
up that are still in there, and you're like, oh, it's the thing! And then things come up that have changed, and you're like, oh, it's that thing.
All right, done with the blackthorn. On to the oak.
Whoop, whoop.
I submitted my finished wild fur.
Oh, okay, great. I can.
I can't wait to see him next to Dawn Frost and Spotted Shadow and then just instantly vaporize myself.
Just dissolve into nothing. Goodbye!
Just like peace as I fade away into the background.
It's that gif of the kid doing peace and then fading away. I love it! Now let's see if this does the same thing.
No, it's
I
probably just
copied it.
myself, because you know how it is.
Nope, it plopped directly into place. So, yeah, I don't know.
Perfect.
You're just cursed, Teef.
Maybe
Yep.
I'm just too good. Maybe
Yeah.
I'm just really good at what I do.
Yeah, that's probably that's my guess. It's too dang good, man.
Now I get to shade the boy.
A boy!
Did Tumblr unfollow me from someone again? God fucking damn it.
Is Tumblr doing that?
Yeah. So basically, I'm in like a writing community on Tumblr. We call it Writebler, and things have been dying down recently. So I decided, hey, I'm gonna do a thing where like I'll put usernames from A to Z, and just put one username per. And then if there's any letters that I don't have someone for, I'll ask for follow recommendations.
Uh-huh.
And, like, you know, we'll all do this and it'll all be fun. Everyone will get a little shout out and, you know, just do a community building, basically. And I didn't have one for M. And then someone just recommended me someone that I thought I was already following, and I realized I wasn't. And that's why I didn't have anything for M. So I'm like, well, that's rude.
Interesting.
But yeah, it looks like I haven't been on Tumblr all day, so it looks like it's taken off. And I'm like, good. Share and become happy.
Happy community things.
Now I'm just going through my Tumblr and I'm like, damn. I just saw my reading notes for A Song of Wraiths and Ruin, where it's like, I really wish that I knew more about West African mythology, because I feel like there's probably a ton of references here that I'm not getting.
Oh, man. When stories do that, like, make you want to learn something about something you didn't know about before, I love that shit. Because I love it when stories assume you already have some kind of knowledge of a thing, and then they can just, like, get into it, you know?
Yeah.
And then if it doesn't, it's just encouraging you, like, go educate yourself. I'm not gonna sit here and explain the basics to you.
Yeah, because, like, A Song of Wraiths and Ruin is a fantasy young adult book. I think it's a series. And, the first one just came out this year. And it's based in, like, West African mythology. Because the author is actually from Africa. She was born in Africa. She came to the U.S. and, like, got her degree and stuff here.
Uh-huh.
Like, she spent a good portion of her life in the U.S., but she was born in Africa. So she still has a very strong ties to her African roots. And she was like, yeah, I wanted to write a young adult fantasy that is more focused on African mythology.
That's awesome.
And I'm like, that's really cool, and I want to read more.
I need it.
But, like, I feel like, you know, she's, like, referencing, you know, like, these spirits and these characters, and, like, just, you know, okay, here's how life is, and I'm like, wow, I wish I understood better, so that I could, like, really appreciate these references,
Right.
and, like, understand these characters, like, and their mythological counterparts, because I feel like there was a character who just did a thing,
Uh-huh.
and I feel like I probably would have seen it coming if I was familiar with how hyenas are represented in West African folklore and mythology, but because I'm not familiar with that, I was like, whoa, what just happened? And it's like, it's probably very obvious to someone familiar with context.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I guess, you know, obviously a different example, but, you know, kind of similar situation was my first experience playing Okami. You know, like, I didn't know any of the folklore that was behind these characters that the game uses. And so, like, that would be a very different experience if you're very familiar with that, as opposed to if you're not.
Yeah, but then at the same time, it's good because then you want to, like, actually go learn.
Mm-hmm.
I just want more African mythology in general because their gods frickin' slap. Like,
Hell yeah.
like someone on Tumblr was like doing art of like all the different like gods in a certain West African folklore tradition, and they were freaking awesome. And it's like the only one we ever hear about in the West is Egypt. I'm like, there's so much more though. There's so much more than that. I want it. It is great. I love it. I can't wait to read more of this book and then learn more about how much I don't know.
Yes.
Look at that wildfur next to that spotted shadow.
Yeah.
Oh, cute.
Look at 'em.
Really hard to not have it be too thick. Maybe not. Maybe.
Now is when I understand that our line art styles are very different.
Well, I mean, there's a big difference between how I did line art and Teef did.
Yeah.
Having one person do the shading, though, definitely helps it be uniform.
Yeah.
I can't put shadows on animals for crap. The fur, it's so hard.
Oh, see, I just ignore the fur like 90% of the time. It's just like, yeah, they're
Yeah,
smooth.
legit.
Chat's probably out there like, blasphemy!
If I wanted to spend time making them look fuzzy, I'd be a painter.
Yeah, exactly, you would be painting.
Yeah.
Show enough. That's what I do.
Yeah.
But a lot of times I just make them smooth as well. Because it reads better.
Small.
Especially for animation purposes.
Yeah.
I hope I did the eyes good.
I like them. I think they're tasty.
Did y'all do slightly not black line art, or did you do black line art?
Oh, I did black line art.
I did line art based on the color that's touching it.
Yeah.
Because
okay.
I'm extra.
I did
Yeah.
black line art on the eyes. Okay. And then I just did like a wolf thorn based dark brown.
Yeah, and I just did a... It's okay if it's all different, because, yeah, I did purpley blue line art.
It's supposed to be all different.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Wildfur's eyebrows are bigger than my future. That's a mood.
Wildfur believes in you. He wants to see you succeed.
Oh, I like Trees says, after this I'm going to draw some StarClan Battles fan art because why not? Make sure you share it with us if you want to. We have like a guideline on how to do that.
Yeah. We'd love to see it.
It's very appreciated every time we get fan art. We're very happy.
The person who did the video with Rainstar the other day fucking kills me.
Yeah, I'm gonna kill Santa Claus.
Yeah, I'm gonna kill Santa Claus.
I'm gonna break the law.
And I also, because this is something I've seen people express concern about, it doesn't matter what your skill level is. We love it anyway.
Oh, it's
Mhm.
You don't have to be like an expert artist to send your fan art to us. We're going to love it regardless. So don't worry.
Please don't, because like just the fact that you enjoy it enough and are inspired enough by it that you want to draw the characters and share it with us is so touching on its own.
Yeah. Like, because I've seen, like when I did that fan art video for my own books, and I posted that I was going to do that, I saw a couple people respond and be like, oh no, time to hide my artwork because it's not good enough to be shown. And I'm like, no. And like, I'm, not even a big creator or anything. I'm still fairly small time, so I'm like, don't be afraid. I'm gonna like it regardless. Don't worry about it.
much rather see it than not. You will not be disappointed.
Like, I'm embarrassed of art that I made like 2 months ago. Don't worry about it.
Oh, that's a mood.
Never be embarrassed of your art.
I'm trying not to.
Even if it sucks, own it.
I'm trying to look at
awesome.
it more as like, this is part of my journey and it's valid.
Yes.
But sometimes that's hard.
Yes. And that's fine.
Especially because I actually had like a really bad hang-up about drawing fan art of any kind for a long time.
A lot of artists go through that.
Like, if it didn't look exactly like how it looks on the show or whatever I was drawing from, then, like, I thought it wasn't good, because I had no concept of, like, you know, it's transformative, it doesn't have to look how it looks on the show, I can make it look how I want it to look.
Yeah.
And, like, versus, you know, where I was like, if I don't mimic the artist's style exactly, then it's bad.
Yeah, I know that feel. I definitely had that feel. I mean, I still get that feeling a lot of the time. And, like, one of my big hang-ups with it is, like, I want to learn how to draw in other styles. I like doing that, but also, you know, people want to see, quote-unquote, your style on things, and I'm like, but I like this because I want to be able to copy the art style of something. So I'm constantly kind of fighting between that as well.
Like, I've got a couple pages in my sketchbook where I'll just, like, look up art from an artist I admire and then draw something and just try to do it as close to their style as possible so that I can break down what about their art I like, what makes this something I enjoy, and then if I can incorporate that into my style, or, like, do I want to incorporate that? Is that something I can draw, like, regularly? Like, I did it with, Ray's style, and I did it with Jinja Ninjas the other day, where I was like, okay, like, how does Jinja Ninja draw people, and what do I really like about it? And just kind of breaking it down to its bare essentials.
Yeah,
and I'm probably going to end up doing it with your art soon, too.
That's just a really great way of learning.
And, like, there are things that you can learn, and I'm kind of talking more to chat now, but, like, there's things you can learn from doing that you don't get from just looking at someone's art. Like, I didn't realize before I actually tried drawing in Jinja Ninja style that, like, all of her joints are very distinct.
Yeah.
Like, there's a clear elbow, there's a clear wrist, like, whereas my like, arms kind of flow into the hands. She has a very defined wrist, a very defined elbow, where the fingers extend from the hand is always very distinct. And a lot of her limbs are kind of a little bit longer. And, like, because of that, she's able to get some really expressive posing. Because there's just kind of more to work with. So, like, I would never realize that if I didn't actually try to draw in her style.
Yeah.
But yeah, I've basically been doing this with Tennille's style every time I draw cats anyway, but I'm probably going to actually go through and be like, okay, let's break down how Tennille draws this character, put on drawing a blank, and just watch every episode. Yeah, Cutezilla, because now people are talking about your style in the chat. Human Garbage asked, what do I like about Tennille's style, everything. Cutezilla says, thanks to Tennille, I have polished sketches instead of line art, and it looks good. And that's definitely something I've picked up a few times, is like, yeah, doing the cleaned up sketch instead of the line art is something that's really interesting.
Line art's bullshit.
Yeah.
Like, I do line art for a lot of things, but then sometimes if I have it where I'm like, okay, the sketch would be easy enough to clean, I'll just clean it up, and that's something I wouldn't have done before seeing your art as well.
I mean, One reason I'm so, like, anti-line art is just because, like, I feel like so many people see it as a necessary step you have to take, when it's like, no, you've already drawn the thing. You don't need to draw it again. Like, why waste your time?
That's true.
You don't have to do line art.
Sometimes my sketches are so messy that it's just easier and faster to do the line art instead.
Oh, for sure. I get
But
that.
on ones where like it's kind of clean, like the Bolton and Aereka one that I just recently did, where I'm like, this sketch is like, it would not take a lot of effort to clean this up, so I just cleaned it up.
Yeah.
Alright, Wolfthorn's in chat.
Whoop, whoop.
Yay!
It's the other boy.
It's my furry awakening crush. I made that joke privately in our chat, but honestly, I gotta share it.
Gotta share it again.
Oh damn, that is some good. Speaking of line art, that's some good shit. I love that thick outline.
Oh, I feel like it's not quite right.
Same. I look at Wildfur and instantly I'm like, oh, I see everything I could have done better. But you know what? We're just gonna let that go.
It's mostly just
Well-
the line art looks so disparate from everyone else's. It's like, I couldn't get the brush to be how I wanted it to be, so like, yeah, it's fine.
Yeah, yours is thicker for sure, but it's pretty.
Yeah.
I think it looks great.
Like that. Those stripes, man. Okay. I love how water does markings and stripes. They're so good.
I'm very particular, man. Don't know what else to say. I'm a detail-oriented human. Oh. I don't know, I feel pretty proud of this. This is making me want to go back to my thing. You know, that thing, that like really short A and B I'm supposedly working on since like last year.
He's just so goddamn clean. That is a sleek boy.
Of course he's sleek. He's Wolfthorn.
And then we got Wildfur, very scruffy.
Scruff man.
Bruh.
Gosh, the teacher in the way finger. Dang it.
Oh, someone said, wait, doesn't Wildfur have a nose blaze? No, it's just like a tuft of fur. Which I did best I could.
Each artist is going to render the characters differently. This is what we're talking about with artistic interpretation.
Yeah. The line art around the eyes became very thin though, because he's always like very like, it's always so subtle with his eyes. We wanted to keep it that way.
Someone asked if Spotted Shadow's prefix was still Raven, what would she be called now?
Nothing.
Probably still Raven Shadow.
Probably.
Someone said Wildfur has eyebrow blaze.
It's true.
It's true. Raven Meese.
I'm putting all the oak leaves on.
Whoop whoop.
I just drew like 3 or 4 and now I'm just copy pasting them.
Yeah.
Good stuff.
Like you do.
That
Yep.
makes perfect sense. Good choices made today, Teef. had my brush at like 8 wide, but I feel like y'all were working with like 2.
Yeah. Well, mine was actually at 12, but I don't know. It's probably
That's
like
really,
a
really
bigger canvas or something.
cool. Yeah.
CQ
Yeah.
Studio says, I'm gonna make an AU, but the only difference is that everyone's suffix is meese.
Meese.
Wild meese. Wolf meese. Dawn meese.
Yes, we just talked earlier in the stream about how Dawn Frost's name was originally Dawn Mist, and we changed it.
Oh, someone asks us our opinion on some hot tea. What do you think of hashtag Warrior Cat's ableism currently trending on Twitter? I didn't know it was trending.
I didn't either.
Much about it, but I did see a working partner's response to an email concerning a line Sandstorm said in Squirrel Flight's Hope.
Yeah, I think it's awesome people have banded together and got HarperCollins working partners to listen and change the line in future prints. That's amazing. That's really awesome.
Yeah, that's really awesome. Like, unfortunately, there is just a lot in Warrior Cats due to just it's a long run series, and like I don't know if we're gonna be able to go back and I doubt they'll go back and fix things like
Snow Tough or Snow Kit, whatever.
Yeah, things that would like fundamentally change the series. Like they're not gonna give more, and they're not gonna give Brightheart an apprentice. They're not gonna, do things like more seriously consider Jay Feather as a warrior apprentice. There are just things because Warrior Cat society itself is ableist, but I hope that moving forward they will actually consider these things a little more seriously and maybe write more characters with disabilities that are allowed to participate fully in the society.
And aren't just like, oh, well, you're gonna be a medicine cat now, I guess.
Yeah, like, there's no going back and fixing a lot of the things they've done. I'm glad that they did fix this one thing. By no means does that mean that Warriors has no issues with ableism now, because it always has.
And
But
always
hopefully
It gets absolved of everything it's done before.
Yeah, like, hopefully this means that moving forward they won't continue to add more things like that. Like, hopefully now they will be more conscientious and make future books better.
Mm-hmm.
Sunny Midnight asks, what did they fix? So for context on this, the line was...
This is also spoilers in Squirrel Flight's Hope.
Yeah. Spoilers
Also, warnings
Flight's
for
Hope.
ableism, obviously.
Yeah. So, in Squirrel Flight's Hope, there's a scene where Squirrel Flight is in StarClan speaking with Sandstorm about whether or not she's going to stay in StarClan or come back to the clans, and Sandstorm says something to the effect of, well, you might end up like Briarlight, and is that really what you want? Implying that that Squirrel Flight would be better off dead than with a disability. And that's really awful.
I mean, she literally says something along the lines of,
Like,
a life like Briarlight's wouldn't be worth living, would it?
Yeah.
Yeah, like, it's something pretty freaking harsh that just doesn't even make sense for Sandstorm to say. And, yeah, that was the line that is now going to be removed from future printings of Squirrel Flight's Hope, where that one guy, he was the same guy who, like, addressed the Gillian Phillip thing. I think he's, like, their main publicist person.
He deserves a raise.
Yeah.
Yeah, he addressed that, and he was like, we're sorry, that is a hurtful thing, and we're going to remove that from any future printings. It doesn't make up for the fact that it was originally there,
Well,
but we hope that...
The first response was like, well, this was meant to be a character's opinion and not the opinion of the story, but we see that didn't come across clearly as a bad opinion, by the text. This is really harsh, like, we're going to talk this over and consider it more in depth, and then came back with the response again saying, hey, we talked to HarperCollins and now this line is removed from all future prints.
Yeah.
Yeah, And that's a major win, and that's something I'm really glad they were, because so many things, like, it doesn't excuse them putting it there in the first place by any means, but like a lot of different publishing houses and companies like this wouldn't even consider making a change like that. So it's nice that they're actually listening.
Yeah, the fact that they listened is a huge step.
Yeah, they're earning my respect this year a lot, especially with like how quickly they handled the Gillian Phillip thing and how they are now doing this. And it's like, yes, there are still definitely issues with ableism in Warriors, but hopefully it means that there will be no more issues in future books. Like, that they'll hopefully consider these things more carefully before they print them.
Yeah. Snap, man.
But also, I think that it's fine to still enjoy the books as long as you're, reading critically and being like, hey, that's a thing that's not cool, and...
Mm-hmm.
Because there's plenty of issues in Warrior Cats with some of the content they've included that's definitely worth criticism. It doesn't mean you have to hate Warrior Cats, but it's good to be able to recognize when something is flawed.
Yep.
Damn, we should collaborate more often.
Yeah, it's fun.
Looks over at our entire project.
We should collab more often. Is literally animating a show together.
Well, since Avalon and I don't do as much of the art stuff, it's like, oh man, hey!
Ain't it fun?
I will say, in my defense, in this part, like, or to be fair, like my part, I consider my compositing a lot of collaboration too, in terms of like helping decide direction and movement and like composition.
Mm-hmm.
It's really so like, and then Avalon has made thumbnails several times, or well, at least the one time.
Yeah.
Avalon's made good art for this. Is what I'm trying to say.
Yeah,
So like,
I look
pieces
forward.
putting all put together would be fun.
If we don't do like a Warriors, like a thumbnail thing for the first episode, I'd be happy to do the thumbnail again because I like it. Also, I like doing like my line list style for it.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's fun. Like I did for the Red Tails Debt. That was so fun.
Yeah.
Kind of want to thin out Wolfborn's line art just because he stands out like a sore thumb.
I mean, if you want to, you can. We're still here.
It's true.
We're still here.
All right.
And all I have to do is apply the shade onto him again. So.
All right.
Very happy with how this is turning out.
Same.
My files are too powerful. Hold on.
Yeah, Water had to email me the template.
Well, that's just because it didn't like sci files in particular, but like Tiffany in general has two powerful files.
They are too powerful.
They are
It's just
large and
God.
meaty.
All it is
files.
clouds.
Every time T passes
Every
a file.
frickin' time, man.
Like,
I'm just gonna throw it in the general StarClan Battles. Here we go. It's coming. And then I'll finish the... Yeah. The thistles and the borage.
Oh, so for people who just got here, what we're doing today is we are collaborating on a channel banner that is going to go up on this channel. Right now we currently just have a clouded moon banner. And so this is going to be our collaboration of putting a banner together. And each of us drew one of the characters. I did the initial thumbnail sketch. And then I am also doing the shading and spotted shadow, and Teef is doing the background and did Dawn Frost. Audrey did Wolfthorn, and Avalon did Wildfur. Because they're each of the clans we're in charge of.
There you go.
Oh, that looks tasty!
There's the background. And then I'll have the leaves and stuff, which I might just make mostly silhouetted.
Uh-huh.
Because I didn't feel like putting any details on the oak leaves because there's a lot of them. So, yeah.
Hell yeah.
That would fit the aesthetic, so.
Teef, this is beautiful.
I'll do the oak leaves in, like, almost black. I love it. I think it looks really good.
Of course it does.
This is beautiful!
CQ Studios asked, so are you going to be doing this kind of thing every SCB anniversary? And quite frankly, we should do something.
I mean, sure, whatever. Let's do it.
It'll be season 2 by then, we'll need another one. Actually, no, it won't be season 2 by then, but either way, we'll need another one.
Yeah.
Let's do it, man. There. And I'll do the blackthorn as well.
Tom is here. Tom said, there she is, my disappointing granddaughter.
Oh, no! Oh, Tom.
Oh, it's accurate.
For those not aware, Tom is Hazel Starr, who is Spotted Shadow's grandpa.
Tom is Hazel Star's voice actor, yeah.
Yeah.
Actually, these look really great as almost silhouetted, so...
Hazel Star is too calm to actually be Tom. Love you, Tom.
Y'all take a look at that tasty background.
Oh, delicious.
There it
A good meal.
Alright, next is thistles.
Chief did the background, those of you who are curious.
Yep.
We do a lot of backgrounds.
He does do a lot of backgrounds.
A lot of them. There's so many.
Turn off the characters so that y'all can get a good look at this.
There's like 13 backgrounds just between the trailer and the first episode alone. We've worked on the majority of them.
Yeah.
When you guys see Hazel Star next to the other leaders, you're gonna die. We put him right next to Hawkstar.
Yeah.
It's so funny.
He's tiny baby man.
Was that like a planned on purpose thing for like just the juxtaposition, or was it just?
Oh, I planned it like that, yeah.
Yeah.
Good.
Moon Sushi asks if we will have an intro for the episodes.
Yeah.
We will.
Maybe.
Definitely maybe. Is barely the answer we're giving.
It's another reason why episode 1 takes so long.
It's true.
Yeah, we still have to do the whole thing.
There's a lot of setup to do. We've gotta do credits and all that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But then once we have that, we'll have it for all future episodes, so it'll be less time.
Yep.
No, credits still might be about the same amount of time. We're organizing everything and figuring out how this workflow goes still. It's, you know.
I mean, it won't, because the actual art for the credits will be done.
Oh, that part, right. Okay.
Yeah. On a scale of 1 to 10, how much of episode 1 do you have completed? I would say we're a solid 6 or 7.
Yeah.
I'd say we're a solid 7.
More than halfway, but
Mm-hmm.
not quite done yet, especially with the amount of polish we want to put on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
Because Audrey is just out here doing that.
Doing StarClan's work.
Yup.
Oh shit, I need to drink some water.
I think it's
Oh,
about like
drinky.
I think it's about like 75% of the animation cells are finished. Wait, maybe not quite that much.
No, not that's the thing, is like the cleanup is the part that's, you know, not done yet.
Yeah, yeah.
I think we've got all the roughs done and like
Yeah. I mean, the
Some of
only
the
roughs that
animation.
aren't done are roughs that I'm basically like, well, I'm doing line art, like I'm doing cleanup and roughs at the same time, so I don't count them. Mostly crowd shots.
The crowd shots are a time.
everyone's looking at the camera except Wildfur, who's just looking off into the middle distance.
Well, I just followed where Steel put the pupils.
I'm sorry.
Well, that's fine.
No, I think he's looking, I mean, he's looking a little off to the side, but that suits him too. Direct eye contact's hard for the boy.
He has a hard time.
I think I will actually save this as is, because I'm done drawing, and move it into Photoshop
Well, that's a great idea.
to start doing the other parts of it.
Photoshop.
Multiple programs for multiple cats.
Whoop whoop!
Also, I don't know if you guys saw this. Probably something to check out later, but I dropped a video of Bolton's voice actor being silly in the voice chat
Saw
dump.
it, but I haven't opened it because of focusing.
Yeah.
How did you all RP back then? Did you just message each other? And do you have any photos of the roleplay? Well, you missed it, Sophia Stevens. We were actually reading some of the original roleplay out loud here in
It
stream.
was
I mean, it's
pretty good.
It's a forum post. It's
Yeah.
technically still findable, but we don't really encourage people to go find it.
You can find it. I don't. Yeah, again, I don't encourage you to, but it's still on the internet, and yeah, it's a forum that we used to use.
The internet never forgets.
I
Nope.
think I can speak for both Teef and I, is that we used to use the forum to write our posts, but then pretty quickly switched to writing our posts in a Word document and then putting
Yeah.
that in the forum. So they were more professional. The sad thing about that is, though, is that some number of years ago, we had to switch where the forum was, so we had to transfer.
Like the servers that the forum was on got bought out.
Yeah. And so we had to transfer it over. And during the transfer, a lot of punctuation in our old posts are gone.
So it's really difficult to read. So if you want to go seek it out, by
Good
all
luck.
means, but like it's hard. It's hard to get through.
Yeah.
I'm honestly surprised Tina was able to read it as smoothly as they did.
Well, these ones aren't actually too bad. I just know some of them in other parts are horrible.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, I'm gonna take a look at Black Sun. crazy. The very first post for Black Sun was July 31st, 2008.
Wow.
Y'all finished up StarClan Battles before even a year.
Yeah. It took less time to write StarClan Battles than it has to create one episode.
Well,
I mean, that makes sense.
We were all very passionate, younger, kids with a lot more time in our hands.
yeah.
That's true.
But then, you also look at the page numbers difference between
StarClan Battles
and Black Sun. Yeah, so
Yeah.
StarClan Battles,
which is now Clouded Moon.
yeah, Clouded Moon. I think it on each page it allows you to have 10 to 15 posts. Let me double check this. 1,
So you
2,
can change how many posts
3,
you see per
4,
page.
5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, yeah. So currently, how I have it set up is that it is 10 posts that you can see per page, and there is 29? Yes, 29 post pages for Clouded Moon.
So 290 posts.
Yeah, and that even says it down here. There's 287 posts.
Then go to Black Sun.
Uh-huh. Hold up.
Oh god. Like, I feel like I already know.
Black Sun was huge.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was.
Black Sun was fun.
I'm surprised it actually got finished.
Black Sun has 31 pages, so only a couple more pages. But the posts were so much longer.
Yeah, the posts themselves
Yeah, they
were a
were.
lot longer.
So that's 292 posts.
With approximately 2 to 3 times the amount of words per post.
Yeah, because when Tifa and I would write on this one, like when we started it, almost all the posts that we made were like 4 to 5 long page documents.
Yeah.
Yeah. It was legitimately a collaboration story at that point.
Yeah. And then Endless Storm was even longer. Like, not in terms of like length and of the total thing, but like each individual post was closer to probably. I know there were posts that I made that were like 6 to 8 pages long.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I consider
Some of
a
them were
short
like
post a 3-page
super
post.
long.
Yeah, it's like if a post wasn't more than 2 pages, you're like, why am I even bother posting this?
Yeah. Real simple little thistles here.
And I
Real
remember when I
simple.
first joined in Black Sun, and I was just like, holy fuck, I'm in!
Yeah, we were very particular about who came into the forum.
Okay, that makes sense when it was truly collaborative.
Yeah, we had a lot of bad experiences.
Yeah.
And I was like, you gotta send me a test. Like, I'm going to test you, write me like a little blurb.
Yeah.
And if I judge that your shit fits our shit, we will let you in.
Mm-hmm.
And then I, sent you something about the twins that I ended up using later on.
Yeah.
Someone in the chat has let people know how to get to the forum.
Oh, well. If you just search StarClan Cats, it's like the 3rd one that comes up.
Just seeing StarClan Battles and Reddit in the same post is so freaking bizarre.
Yeah.
I know Reddit's not like a fringe thing, but I've never used Reddit. I don't really know how it works, so I'm like, what is Reddit?
I used Reddit a little bit, but not frequently. Like, people asked about us on Reddit. That's so wild to me somehow.
Yeah. Bun Bun Studios says, search on Google StarClan Battles original forum, and then scroll down until you see a Reddit string that is called, is there anywhere I can read the official StarClan Battles? The link is there.
Oh, jeez.
Well, it's not the official StarClan Battles anymore, but
Yeah.
the official is this animated series and the novelization that goes with it.
Right. But the way back when original roleplay rough drafting of it all is still there for reading, technically. We just...
Honestly, if you're going to read any of them, I suggest reading Endless Storm. It's not finished, but, like, it's a lot more fun to read.
Yeah.
Although the...
Lemon Lord says, wait, was it a fan fiction? I thought it was a comic. No, it was a role play.
Yeah.
It was a fanfiction roleplay, which then, when we first started thinking about like doing rewrite stuff, so Neil and Tiffany tried to do little comics about it, and then we scrapped that idea and went to thinking about doing an animated series.
Yeah.
Yeah, we decided that comic just didn't work, so...
Euphoria says, we don't encourage people to search for it, they say. We don't, but we know you're gonna.
Yeah.
So, yeah. I would.
Yeah, if I was in your shoes, I would look it up.
Yeah, exactly.
I would totally look it up.
We've been there, we've done this.
Yeah.
We weren't born yesterday.
Someone asked what level of patron is the novelization. I don't remember.
That's $3. We use it as a character moments.
Yep. So just the $3 a month, you get the novelization, you get the character moments. You're going to get early access to the episode. I don't
with
know.
the novelization, I'm only putting up, like, they're going with the episode releases, so you're not going to get, like, the whole story early through the novelization, just so you know.
Yeah, the novelization is there to flesh out things that can't be fleshed out in the episodes. And to just, you know, so there's a, it's a fun thing so that you can read it more like a traditional Warriors book if you want, versus watching the episodes.
There's also some character moments that are just us writing some events with background characters. It's like if we were back on the forum, having a ball.
Mm-hmm. Well, like, the story I told on Drawing a Blank with Missing Foot, that kind of thing is the kind of thing you can expect over on the Patreon whenever we write character moments.
That aren't just like, this is the character's history.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, this is so much better as I'm getting it out. Which is going to take a while, though.
Alright, Kaylee Babowski says, what about after the series is done? Could we buy it? I can't do Patreon because I'm young and my parents don't want me paying for things a month. We can't make money off of anything, so more than likely, sometime after Clouded Moon is done, we'll probably just put up a PDF of the novelization for free somewhere. Like,
I mean, we'll probably just make the
long
chapters
after it's
public.
done. Because it is a patron exclusive, so we're not going to make it available for a significant amount of time until we feel like the patrons have gotten the benefit of it being an exclusive for them. I would like to make it publicly available well after the series is done, but I can't make money on it, so no, you can't sell it. We can't sell it.
Yeah. Except for maybe, you know, like special con.
Yeah.
Like,
limited editions or something like that.
Like if I printed it and took it to a con and like sold it signed or something, but nope. Like, even now, mainly the way that people are able to make money with, like, prints and buttons of Warrior Cat stuff is because the characters don't have a set official design. So you could very easily say, well, this doesn't violate copyright because it's just an orange cat
Yeah.
that may or may not be Firestar.
Yep.
How would I send you guys art on DeviantArt? We have a group. You can look in the FAQ for that information.
You should be able to put in the description at the StarClan Battles Club.
The series itself will not only be on Patreon, the series itself will be on YouTube as well. The novelization is Patreon only.
Yes.
The episodes will be public.
They'll be shown early to patrons first, but they will be public. Like after a few days or a week. Although I think if we wait a week, people will murder us.
Murder. Yeah.
I don't know that I would have the patience to leave it finished for a week without showing everyone.
And yeah, Pixie Wolfart asked, why can't you make money? Copyright laws. We do not own Warrior Cats. And you're not allowed to make money off of things you don't own. So, we don't make any money off of creating this series. All the money that we do have goes into hiring more people to help us with the series. And then if we have anything left over, we donate it.
Yeah.
Yeah, and the voice actors and, like, background artists, the composers, like, we're allowed to... all the money that we get on Patreon is used to cover the production of the series, and anything that's left over goes into donating, charity stuff.
With time, we'll look into particular charities that we will donate to and the excess funds.
Like, so far we're not at that level yet where we've had leftover money to give to charity, but if it ever does happen.
If ever.
But I mean, I will say, like, with the crazy support we've gotten, like, y'all have made it possible for us to give income and employment to people during the pandemic.
Which you just love to see.
Yeah, and like pay them an appropriate amount as well. You know, we pay pretty pretty relatively good rates is what I want to say, I guess. Like, I don't want to say pretty good rates, like, but also, like, we do pay. We pay people appropriately for their time and effort. Like, we don't sell anyone short, and, like, that sticks to the ways where, the funding where we get from y'all that we do that. And then you can hire multiple people paying them appropriate rates. So, thank you all.
Mm-hmm.
Oh boy, here's a really interesting question from Puzzle Parrot, aka Peach Paw.
Yeah!
You're assembling a pretty rockin' production team and getting good at working together. Do you see yourselves developing original IPs and trying to become a profitable quote-unquote real studio someday?
I would love to
That might
do
be fun.
Maybe, yeah. It just...
StarCat Studio, y'all.
StarCat Studio. Yeah, I mean, like, we've, like, talked about, like, possibly in the future for the project's done. It's like, we don't know yet. We would love to, though.
Shield of Light.
Yep.
Puzzle Parrot says again, honestly, you're doing pro-level work. I think you could make it happen.
Oh, thank you!
Like, I would love just producing animated shorts for YouTube. I think that'd be really fun.
Well, and I think that the animation industry is making, like, that is slowly becoming more possible. Not necessarily animated content on YouTube and it being profitable, because like that's a whole other but like the idea of independent creators actually being able to make shows
Yeah.
and have them gain traction.
I like how the industry is shifting.
Mm-hmm.
Things are becoming more open and available, and that's only going to lead to good things, especially when it comes to minority representation and things like that.
Yeah.
Because that's something that I've noticed as well in like the indie writing sphere, with independent publishing becoming more viable, is that you get more people, you get more works that cover those kind of bases because they weren't seen as profitable to mainstream publishers before. So when people start doing indie works, they're able to include those kinds of themes and content without having to worry about that.
Yeah.
So, like, a lot of the indie books that I read, a lot of them have LGBT characters, a lot of them have characters with disabilities, gender diverse characters. Like, it's very common in indie works for that kind of content to be included. So I think also with like indie animation, indie art projects, you're going to see more of that kind of content as well. And that's always a good thing.
Yeah.
Peach Parrot. I love it. So would that mean that Hazel Star is Hazel Ass? Or Hazel Cat?
That Haze's cash.
Puzzle Paw is cute too. Oh my god, it is.
Aww.
Nihilist Nightcat says, let's stop creator abuse in the industry. Hell yeah.
Yes, please.
Hazel Tom. Det Peach is cash. Puzzle Peach Parrot. These are fun.
Wholesome. Bless you.
Pardon.
Bless you. Puzzle Peach.
Heish.
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 Oh, someone said, Synesthetic November says, I came out to my parents last week and it's been good. I have no one to tell IRL, but I do want to share the success.
Oh,
That's great.
congratulations.
Good things.
It's good to hear that positive stuff.
Moon Sushi asks, what is an indie developer?
Independent developer.
So basically, someone who is creating something essentially on their own. They may or may not have funding from a different source, but they are
Yeah.
not working for a established studio.
Yep.
So we are an independent development studio, and we are getting our funding through Patreon, so we are crowdfunded. But because we are not working for an established studio, and we're just, 4 people, and we are contracting additional help, we don't have employees.
Yeah.
So we are indie.
Everybody kind of works based on commission rules, essentially.
Yeah.
Becca Crow says, I like the visible difference in y'all's art.
Yeah, it's fun.
Thank you.
Peach Plum.
All right. I did the simple flowers. I'm ready.
Yeah. You ready?
I'm ready.
Lay it on us. Give us that good symbolism.
Do you want them all separate or just all already stacked?
I would do them all stacked, because then I can just put that as a layer on top.
That works.
So
Becca
a
says,
PNG of
Becca
just
says her
the
last name
flowers.
is Croce.
Ah, Croce. Okay, thank you.
Ooh, I'm gonna do something else really fast.
People
Just
really like
before
Pool Nose, looks like, for Pool Paw's name.
What's that? Pool nose?
Pool Nose, yeah.
Oh, I mean, he does have a mark on his nose.
Oh, he is really cute.
I still like Pool Splash. Boulder Smash, Pool Splash.
Oh man.
Too bad.
I don't remember what his warrior name is, and I don't care at the moment. Y'all are assuming these people are gonna grow up, haha. You don't know who's gonna make it to be a warrior.
Especially
We don't
that
know
one on the
entirely.
team.
I may suggest killing people just for fun.
Avalon's mean, guys.
That one's
She'll do it.
Already suggested killing people just for fun.
Okay, but that one that I suggested killing was a really good idea. Don't at me.
I can still scream at you, okay?
It is a good idea. I'm still. I mean, I'm pretty much on board, but because I'm always down to kill people too. I'm like, you know.
It's also like this pain means I'm just not going to accept it just yet.
Like I said earlier in the stream, I like feeling sad. Makes me feel alive.
Okay, people are combining names. We got Misty Flowers for Misty Snow. Amber Avalon.
Rain Kitty.
Moss water?
Moss water.
Right? I just thought on it for a moment, then I was just like, ew.
We got Frost and Donzami. A Cure for
Lovely.
Timbershine.
Lovely.
I like Sean Legg personally. He tall.
Chocolate.
Sean like works. Can confirm.
He leggy.
He is.
Leggy.
Leggy boy.
I'm just making it look a little bit more random.
Kush Shadow.
Oh.
Wolf Witches.
Wolf Witches is cute. That's gotta be one of the best ones.
That's a good one. Wild Seeker. Wild Seeker.
Ooh. I like that.
Golden Develops. He do. Spotted Fuddle. Green Kitty Star.
Okay.
Honestly, I was surprised by how much I liked just straight up Rain Kitty.
Melmstar? Melmstar is good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Lemstar. Rain Kitty. Rain Kitty is my favorite. Okay, Mrs. Smile asks, what do you like the most about sharing your story and your work with others, like fan art, interaction, or something like that?
Seeing people comment on what they think is going to happen whenever I do a drawing a blank or anything like that is the best.
Watching people beg me not to kill a certain character. Like it's not going to make me want to kill them more.
One of my favorites is probably just how much joy it seems to be bringing everyone. I've always liked
There it goes.
storytelling and been into storytelling for the simple fact that I wanted people to get joy from what I make the same way I got joy from the Warrior series when I had a really hard time. So.
Oh, Teef, that is lovely.
That looks awesome.
It's
It looks
so
really
pretty.
good on that background.
So yeah, my answer is just bringing people joy. That's my reasoning for doing anything in this life, honestly. Ask anyone, and they're like, what did you want to be when you grew up? Someone who helps people.
Kaylee Babashi says, would you ever consider filming the process that goes into creating an episode to show everyone the work? I believe Tennille is doing drawing a blank on it after the first episode is out.
Yes.
Yeah, that's the plan.
And we have our process pretty thoroughly documented through Discord, so
Yeah.
Yeah, me organizing that Discord was probably the best decision we ever made. Just deciding to put everything into Discord to chat it out and then morph it into our production Discord was just the best idea.
Yeah. How's it going, Audrey?
It's going very well. I'm very close.
Alright.
I like Tussoff Ivy.
Oh, that's a good one.
Tuss of Ivy. Even though it's not Tuss of Sky. Tuss of Ivy.
Kind of sounds like Tufts of Ivy, and I'm like, oh, Ivy Tuft would be such a cute name.
Oh my god,
Oh, it would.
People are going, yeah!
Yeah, boy, it's looking great.
Also, Ivy Ski.
Oh.
SiamaCat98 says, so if we ask you to kill a character, would you want to kill them less? No, it never goes down.
It only goes up.
It only goes up.
We've
Yeah,
tried.
sorry.
We've tried. At least I've tried. I'm terrified.
Okay, it's gone now, but someone said, everyone in chat, please kill this character, StarClan Battles, haha, blood go brrr.
Brr.
I don't know who said it because it's gone now, but I saw it and I laughed.
Went by too fast.
Alright, they're all asking what is the symbolism of the plants?
Aha! I thought you would ask.
Not too many
Oh.
characters at once, please. You don't control me.
I did 4 different plants here. So we have the oak leaf, which symbolizes strength. And I chose that for Dawn Frost because she is a very strong in her convictions, strong generally. She's just like
She's
the
strong.
strength character. And oak leaves because, you know, like, it's ThunderClan. Of course they have, like, oak leaves there. It's great. So, Thistle is endurance or warning, which would be Wolfthorn, because his endurance to travel as much as he does. And his presence is like a warning. We kind of go to it a little bit more in Black Sun, but while he was traveling with Brother, he's sort of seen as like this demon character, like maybe he's not real and he's scary and he has these like ghostly yellow eyes, so it's like a warning. And then for Spotted Shadow and Wind Clan, I chose Borage, because Borage is one that we see a lot in the actual books with medicine cats, and she was, you know, a medicine cat want-to-be at one point, and it means courage, and the whole thing is basically Spotted Shadow needing to find her courage to do these things. And then I already said Blackthorn, and Blackthorn is definitely like such a Shadow Clan thing, and it's got thorns all over it, so it's, but if you take the time to actually look at it, it's really pretty and really awesome. So that's Fate or Protection, so that's Wild Fur.
I love it.
The end.
Beautiful.
I love the symbolism.
It's
So
good.
Oh, I'm getting there, man.
Good stuff.
They're good cats.
Kaylee Bubbo, she says again, "Oh, such a wonderful day. Can't wait to just relax and forest sleep. Haha, my carrot energy go brr." I love haha blink go brr memes so much. Me, time to enjoy having money in my bank account. All my urge go brr. I haven't bought any new All Might merch. Please be proud of me.
I am proud of you, because that was a thing for a while.
Oh, it's still a thing. I just can't because Christmas is coming,
I know it's still a thing, but like I'm proud of you for resisting.
Do you know how much All Might Hello Kitty merch I found?
What? No.
Hello Kitty merch.
Sanrio did a crossover with My Hero Academia, and so there's like merch of all of like the main My Hero Academia characters with Sanrio characters, and All Might's was Hello Kitty.
What?
Yeah, I have an All Might Hello Kitty shirt. It's my sleep shirt. But yeah, like Batsumaru was paired with Bakugo. Deku is like the dog with the black ears. Todoroki's got the penguin. And I think Ida has Cinema Roll for his. Ochako has like the bunny with the pink hood. And of course Aizawa has Choco Cat. And like some of the merch was only in Japan, but some of it came out in the US at Box Lunch. So yeah, like there's actually kind of a lot of Hello Kitty, Sanrio, My Hero Academia merch.
Dang.
I will link it in the thing.
Wild. Okay.
Like,
There it be.
I think my favorite one that I have not gotten, that I will not get, is like this shirt where it's like All Might holding a big thing of balloons and like all the characters are like hanging out on the balloons. And it's really freaking cute. Yeah, here's one of the shirts.
So I just put the updated Wolfthorn in the chat deal.
Okay.
But it's still not going to be as thin as everybody else's, but you know, it's better. It at least blends a little better.
Oh, I forgot that Froppy was paired with Karopi!
See, I don't really know these characters, so I'm just gonna like, wah?
Yeah, I don't know any of it.
You might recognize them if you see them because Sanrio merch,
I
but
recognize the pictures kind of a little, but like I would have never just heard. That's amazing. Also, like, what in the world?
I just love Hello Kitty standing in All Might's pose. And now we're here. Oh, there's like little Funko Pops of the Hello Kitty characters dressed as the My Hero Academia characters.
Don't give in. That's all I have to say. Don't give in.
Bubba, what?
I'm trying really hard not to. Well, okay, I actually bought this shirt like a million years ago. It's one of my pajama tops now. Because, ironically, I wrote a fic where I was like, oh yeah, like Deku's got a freaking All Might Hello Kitty tank top to wear to bed, and then I actually found it.
Yeah.
And I was like, well, I guess I have to buy that now, because eventually we'll probably film this fanfic.
Yeah, probably.
So I'm like, okay, I actually need that one. This is the
What?
only one I've got from this line. And I think it's so cute.
What? Oh, Batakan.
Saying hello.
Boba
Jesus. Can you stop
Yeah.
knocking shit over?
Yeah, here's all the stuff we got in the US because they distributed through Box Lunch. And, like, I feel bad for Janie and Ray because none of the Aizawa or Ida merch got brought over.
Aww.
And Aizawa's is Choco Cat, so he just got this little black kitty, and I love it.
It's very appropriate for him.
Alright. Now...
Like, if that All Might Hello Kitty card holder was an actual wallet, I would definitely get it because I need a new wallet. But it's just a card holder, so I'm not gonna.
Yeah.
Because my current wallet is Harry Potter, and as much as I enjoyed it because it's like the Hogwarts letter, and I thought that was super cute. But now Harry Potter does not make me go brr anymore, so
Make me go grr.
yeah, it makes me. Now I'm just like every time
Oh,
someone.
I see you, chat. I see you, Mowin.
Meow.
Every
Boba's
time
pretty
now.
satisfied.
This is why
Like, if
Boba,
someone
this is why
comments-
Boba keeps going. It's because y'all are encouraging him.
Boba's a very noisy son.
It's a good son.
Yeah, he is. Breh. Obi.
I just
Yeah.
noticed that there were some colors outside the lines, but you know what? That part's covered up by Keith's wonderful background, so it doesn't even matter.
Yeah, you're such a kitty. Will you not grab my head, please? No, 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 no. Boba. Boba, don't grab my head.
You would like made it slightly smaller. I don't know if you again.
Yeah.
Yeah, that fits in way better now.
Nicely done, all.
Boba does this thing where he grabs my head so he can chew on my hair. And he does it with his claws because he's got the too much gene, I guess. And yeah, it hurts.
Silly mister.
I just let him do it though, it's fine.
Pixie Wolfart says, "Can I start the petition to make the names Boulder Smash and Pool Splash canon?" I will sign. I will sign that petition.
Alright, I think that's it.
It's okay that
Yeah.
Wolfhard's ear is behind Dogfrost's ear? Bit corner?
Yeah, that's
Okay.
fine.
I just didn't see. But that's it, yeah. Wow.
Looks great.
It does.
Fantastic. Great teamwork, everyone.
Yeah,
Yes.
Whoa, whoa, whoa.
Look what a day
I
of work
almost said
gets
great
us.
team every work.
Oh, only took 3 hours.
Work makes the dream work.
Oh
We
my
should
God.
reward ourselves. We should
Should.
reward ourselves. You know, I'm gonna reward myself. All Might merch.
No, Evelyn, don't!
All Might make me go brr.
I'm gonna reward myself by
Resist,
recording some
resist.
vocals.
Oh,
I
I'm
have-
yeah.
gonna have a Dr. Pepper or something.
I have a figure coming soon. I pre-ordered it. Should be coming out in September. I have another All Might coming. I should wait. I have to wait because Janie and Ray have already started Christmas shopping, and I know they're going to get me All Might stuff, so I can't buy any All Might stuff because what if I bought the thing they're going to get me?
Correct. So
I
don't
cannot.
do it.
No mites. No mites.
Nope, don't do it.
Oh, but I love it. But All Might.
Lets me kiss it.
Cutezilla says, "Show us your All Might shrine." If you go on my cosplay Instagram, I have a picture of my All Might shrine, except it's missing one of the All Mights. So I had to move my All Might shrine because Winnie kept chewing on his hair thingies. So now he's like just all over the bookshelf, where Winnie can't get him.
Alright, the banner is updated, y'all.
Woo!
Sweet.
It might take it a little while to make sure that it's updated for everyone, but we will also have this up on our Twitter and probably also make a community post about it as well.
Yeah,
Yeah.
It looks so good.
I'm so happy!
me too. This turned out
Par
so great.
excellence.
I was
Happy
thinking-
13th anniversary to StarClan Battles!
Yeah, we
Yes.
should collab more often.
Yeah.
God, 13 years. I do think I joined like in 2010 or something. Like, I think
Yeah.
I've been around like a decade.
Yeah.
For me, this is like my 1 year anniversary.
Yay!
Yeah! One and a half, because it was May of last year.
Yeah.
Yay!
Nice, nice.
Thank you all for joining us for this, like, really cool celebration.
Yeah.
You know, like, this... Wow.
Wow.
13 years.
Okay,
really
but we
cool.
should all, like, tomorrow or something, we should all go and get an individual cake slice.
Oh, we
And have,
should.
like, a private birthday party.
I'm totally
Oh,
gonna order one.
that's such
Like,
a sweet
just go to the
idea.
store, get a single cake slice.
Yes. Or maybe I'll just get a whole cheesecake.
There you go.
You know what? That's fair.
All right.
Bye,
well,
everyone!
yeah, that's gonna be it from us. So bye bye, everyone.
Yeah,
See you
bye.
next month.
See you next month.
Cheers.